Oh, did the comments come back in? Or is these new ones? Are these new comments? Are these the same ones that was already in here from the last live? Can y'all hear me? Let me know in the comments. Oh, okay. So these are, I had turned it off because it had that same thumbnail that I had on my last live. So I had stopped it and started it. What's up? What's up? What's going on? Yeah, I had restarted it. What's up, Timmy? What's up, Karen? What's up, Janae, Stephanie, Mysterious? What's going on? Who's there at the top? Let me see. Ebony. What's going on? Good morning, ladies. Man, I'm telling y'all, it's Wednesday, June 17th. This year's almost over. What's up, BB? What's going on? What's cracking? Oh, you can hear me? Okay, cool. I was trying to get that thumbnail off of there, honey. I sure was. That thumbnail don't need to be up there. But I hope you ladies have been having a good morning so far. I know it's still early, depending on where you are. But it's 7:48 here. Okay. Been up for quite some time, you know. I'll be up throughout the night sometimes. Yeah, good morning to you, Karen. Okay, so y'all can hear me. So let's go ahead and get started, honey, because we're not going to be on here all day, especially not all morning. No. I have things that I need to do and that I want to do. So hold on. Okay, so let's go ahead and get right off into it. Oh, okay, Janae, I'm glad that I can assist and help you along your morning journey while you're at work. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start talking about this, honey. I'm not gonna worry about those notifications. They ain't been going out like they supposed to. However, it is what it is. Y'all are here, so we gonna start. So I watched the vlog that Jasmine posted, I guess, like the other day. And what's up, Sandra? I seen the vlog that she posted. The first thing that I wanted to talk about. Now, I know y'all seen Kay. I don't want to put the kids' names off in titles anymore, so therefore I would not put their names in titles because they're minors. So therefore their names will not be off in there. If I want to discuss something because their parents decide they want to discuss something about their kids, whatever, then I'll discuss it within the live. So Caitlin is going to therapy. What do y'all think about that? And I don't know why we needed to know that Kaylin was going to therapy when we haven't even been hearing a lot of things about Kaylin, like when Kaylin was off in school, probably a little here and there type stuff or whatever or whatnot. But this whole her wanting to go to therapy, which is nothing wrong with it. I believe that any and everybody, if you feel like it's necessary, that you should go see a counselor, a psychiatrist, then so be it. Because sometimes it's not always good to talk to the people that's around you or that knows you because they might not be able to give you what you need. You might be able to get what you need from someone that does not know you. They'll be able to listen to you with open ears, with an open heart, and be able to tell you how they feel from there as to what they have observed as to what you told them. I have seen one before. It's nothing wrong with it. But she's a child. She's what? How old? Remind me how old Kaylin is. Kaylin's in therapy. I don't know why she's in therapy. It's not my business why. Um, Jasmine is saying, well, she went through a lot with me being a single mom. So I don't know. Hmm. Because here's the thing. We seen what this is just crazy. We seen the things that she would post as far as when she was a single mom and Philip was locked up, when she had the kids full time, permanently, every day, 24 hours. 7 days a week, 365 while he was locked up. She said she was a single mom. She had help though, because Ma Duke, she came through for her. Any and every time Jasmine needed something, any and every time that Jasmine needed something, her mama came through for her. It wasn't a time that she didn't come through. So Jasmine wasn't doing everything by herself. She might not have had Philip's help, but what help did she really have when he was out? Let's be real. Because see, this is what Philip made Jasmine do. Jasmine was Jasmine was working, okay? Until he went in, she wasn't working no more. She started doing this full time. She was working when she first started coming on here. She had a job. She had maybe a couple of jobs. All right. And he was doing his little study. She said that he would go off and go do studies to make his money, but we know what his studies consist of. Hence to why he was always locked up. Okay. So if you want to say that the things you went through may have catered to this or whatever. Oh yeah, Philip's mom too, Philip's side of the family as well. Oh, but remember remember, do you remember her coming on here with that black bonnet and her black dress, and she's standing in the kitchen with those noodles, and she was mad because she said that nobody would help her, and those twins was in the background crying and screaming and yelling while she was so upset, saying that nobody would assist and help her. The school probably recommended it. She's a teenager now and have seen and heard a lot about kids are talking about the appearance for one. Things should suffered when younger and well, it's a possibility. She might be going through some things while she's at school. But I want her to know that she's beautiful, and her mama should be telling her that. The confidence starts from within the household of where you come from. So you have to build confidence within your children. And if you're sending your children to school with the way that they're looking, then I don't know what you expect. So if anything is going on at school in regards to her appearance, then it's her mother's fault because her mother still got her walking around here with her hair still from school while she's going to wherever she be going. Isn't she in some type of sports, or did she decide that she no longer wants to do that type of stuff anymore? You know, people shouldn't be pushed off into things that they don't want to do. Just because you find interest off in something does not mean that your kids is going to find interest off it. I understand that you may want your kids to have interest in other things. You want them to have hobbies. You don't want them to be bored, stuck off in the house, not doing nothing, not being active, because kids do need to be active and they need to be around people of their peers. That's understood. I understand that. Um, but she needs to make sure that when she's sending her kids to school, that she's not sending her kids to school certain ways and stuff like that. See, it starts from at home. If you sending your kids to school looking a certain way, then your kids will be being picked on. Hey, you can send your kids to school and they can be dressed nice and they can still be picked on. It can go either way. It could be kids that could be jealous of the fact that you send your kids to school looking nice and they may want to pick on them. Or it could be that you send them to school and they don't look so nice because you don't comb their hair. You don't see to it that they look presentable when you send them there. So therefore, of course, kids is going to be kids. We were once kids before. You may not have been a bully, or you may not have been bullied, but you may have been a witness to it, or you may have been in a situation to where whatever, kids can be crucial or whatever. So I don't know what will warrant her to want to go, but it's not nothing wrong with her going. I encourage anybody, even kids, if that's the situation, because that will prevent anything from happening further as far as a child wanting to unalive themselves, because you hear a lot of that with kids in school not being welcoming or not feeling like they have friends or people that want them around, or they're different, or they have special needs, or whatever the case may be. You have kids that suffer from that type of stuff. So if she said that that's something that she wanted, that's really, that's a big thing, because for a child to want to go or whatever the case may be, I mean, it has to be something there. And I hope whatever that something is, since she is a young lady, that she can get over it and that she can go to therapy and they can assist and help her with whatever it is that she may be experiencing, so that it does not alter her further than what it may have already have. I hope that whatever it is, that it's not nothing too bad. And I hope that if it's something that she needs to talk about, that she tells it. If she feels like she can't let it be known to her mother or to her father or anyone that's close around her, then I hope that she's able to be open up to that person that she's going to be talking to, because it has to be something for her to want to go or for her to be going, you know. Interesting. But I hope just whatever it is, that it's not nothing too major, that there's something minor that she can be that she can be assisted with, and she can get through and get over, not get over, but that she can deal with whatever it is that she's going through the best way that she can, or process it or whatever. But I hope that if anything that has happened to her, that she's able to communicate that with the person that she's going to be speaking with, because that's important that she do so. um should no child have to carry around anything that's bothering them, because that's what molds them into an adult. And then that'll conflict with other relationships that they may have with other people as they grow up and as they go through life. It may conflict with them having friendships with people of their peers, because of whatever they may have experienced, or they may have trust issues or whatever, or they may even isolate themselves due to whatever situation. So whatever it is that may be bothering her, I hope that the counselor or the psychiatrist or whoever she's going to go see is able to help her. Is it for an emotional issue, or is this for speech therapy? Because I think she's having hearing problems. But you know what? Listen, check this out. Do y'all not remember when Kaylin was born that she wasn't breathing? That she wasn't breathing for at least 6 minutes? Do you know that's crucial to any child, to any newborn, any baby that's being born, not having any oxygen to their brain or whatever the case may be for 6 minutes? She wasn't breathing. So a lot of that may take effect, take place into why a lot of things with Kayla may be certain ways. But here's the thing: people may say that they don't want nobody discussing their children, but when you bring your children to your platform and you call yourself being a family blogger or a family vlogger or whatever, hold on, y'all. I'm still here. Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all, I'm back. Okay, therapy for emotional issues. Okay, I read that one. I hope it's not nothing. I hope it's not nothing due to nothing like that either. I really hope not. Like, seriously. The way she talks, she sounds like she has an issue. She may. I mean, the way that they all talk, like even Amaya, like they all could have benefited from speech therapy. A lot of people feel like if they have to go get their kids some type of help, that it's a problem. No, it's only going to be a problem if you don't go get your kids the help that you know that they may need. I could care less about what people may have to say about my children. If my kids need some type of a help, I'm gonna see to it as a parent that I get what they need because that's what I'm supposed to do, or that will fall on me being negligent towards my children. If I see something, I'm definitely going to say something. I'm not going to ever let anything with my children go unnoticed because if I do that, that can become a bigger problem for me and for them, and then for me. So if you see that your child is struggling with something, you cannot always just think that your child is going to grow out of something. What's up, Osan? What's up, Jackie? You cannot just assume that your child is going to grow out because people have this they have it in their minds that, oh well, they'll grow out of it. It is true that children do work. They do they do develop at their own pace. You cannot compare your child to somebody else's. Even if your child and my child have autism, does not mean that they stem or they have the same meltdowns the same way. It does not mean that. Your child's autism may be solely something different from mine's. Mine's can function and do things by themselves. Even though I have a nonverbal child, he's not a severe autistic child. He's just nonverbal. And there's other things with him as well, just as well it is with my younger son. But they're capable and able to move around because they're normal children. They just have disabilities. But when you see something, you say something. You don't ever let anything go unnoticed because you have to understand when the doctor's in your presence with you and your child, they have questions for you. They ask you, and they asking you these questions for a reason. Do you have any concerns when it comes to your child? It's up to you, the parent, to let them know that you have concerns. That doctor is not going to be able to determine something within a 15-minute or even a 40-minute or even an hour visit, depending on what they specialize in. A pediatrician, no. A pediatrician is going to they're going to do whatever they do as far as what that child needs, and if that child needs to go be seen by a specialist, or if they give you some type of referral or some type of suggestion as to what they think, as to what you tell them what your concerns are. But if you don't tell them what your concerns are, they will never know. So that means that you're going to allow your child to go through life suffering, being talked about for something they shouldn't be talked about, because you could prevent whatever. What's up, Mama Boo? You were able to prevent them from being able to go through certain things due to you not wanting that to happen. I understand that everybody's life is different. Not everybody's life is the same. Not everybody is able to be, able to have their children be able to take their kids to therapy, be with their kids at therapy because they may be single moms, or their situation or circumstances may not be able to allow them to do so, and they have to take the route that they don't want to take, or some parents just don't want to because it's too time consuming. Hmm. It's too time consuming. Some people don't want to they don't believe in taking time out of their day for their children enough to see to it that their kids get the help that they need if they need it. That was Jasmine. Hence to why it took her so long to get those kids, the twins, diagnosed with autism. It took that boy, since she wouldn't listen to nobody else, because see, here's the thing. I'm not a doctor. I cannot diagnose anyone. I cannot. I will not. I don't have the credentials to do so. But as a mother, there's not a but. I will say, as a mother with children with autism, and watching her children as they have grown and have we have seen them over the years on this platform. You can see certain things within children if you pay attention to your kids like you're supposed to. See, I was able to pay attention to mine and be able to see certain things that didn't, sit well with me. So therefore, when I took my kids to the doctor, and I filled out those milestones, if those milestones were not being met, I didn't lie and say that they were being met. I said that they weren't being met because they weren't being met. So if they saying at a certain time that your child is supposed to be doing X, Y, and Z, and my child is only doing X, but not Y and Z, then I'm going to say that. I'm not going to tell you that my child is doing something that my child is not doing. Because how is that how is that me helping my child if I'm not vocal when I take my child to go be seen by the doctor? So if I don't tell them what's going on, then they're not going to know what's going on. And like I said, the little visit that you take your child to go see the pediatrician, that's not enough time for them to be able to determine or be able to see what's going on with your child. You should be able to determine that because you're with your kid every single day, unless you're not. And some people can be with their kids every single day and not pay them no attention. And just think that the things they do is normal because of their ages. And just say, oh, well, they're a baby or they're a certain age, so maybe it'll take them a little bit of time, and maybe that time will never come. Once you look up, time goes by real fast. Your kids will be too old. Not too old for anything, but you have to understand early intervention is a real thing. So when you see something, you say something at first when you see it. You don't wait until the last minute and then try to get your kids to help, because it can be harder on them because they have missed so many things they could have been taught earlier on. Now it's got to be crammed all in together, and it could be time consuming, and it could be hard for that child to pick up on, or whatever the case may be, due to the fact that they didn't get any type of early intervention. Like I said, everybody's situation is different. Not everybody's situation is the same. So I understand that people have to move the way that they have to, and they have to do whatever fits their schedule. But your children should always be able to you always should be able to fit your kids off into your schedule, no matter what. I made sure that I was able to. And I didn't care how I was able to do it. I just knew I was going to. I wasn't going to leave my children in the hands of nobody, especially my nonverbal son. I didn't think so at all, period. No, it wasn't going to happen. He wasn't going to be able to be kept by nobody with him being nonverbal. I wasn't going to be able to leave him at no daycare with him being nonverbal. With people that be doing that half of the time, you cannot trust them. I'm not saying all of them. I'm just saying that you hear a lot of horror stories with these daycare centers with these people that shouldn't be around children, be doing the most to people's kids. I have worked in this type of setting before where I seen things that I did not like, where kids were in classes where they shouldn't have been, and when their parents came, they would switch them back before they came, shit like that. Yeah, I had to leave from there because I had a problem with that. I'm not about to be around anything that's like that, because if my child was there and I knew that type of stuff that was going on, you got kids in places where they're not supposed to be at, and they're getting bit or getting scratched up because they're being around other kids they're not supposed to be around, or being around older kids, or whatever the case may be. You just never know. And you never know these people. You never know how crazy they might be. And I don't want to be having to come crazy behind my kids or nothing like that, because I most definitely will. But you have to take time for your kids. If you see something, you say something, you take them to the doctor. When they ask you have concerns, you tell them you have concerns. My child is not talking like they're supposed to be talking. My child is babbling, meaning that they're not saying, they're just babbling. Not if you try to get them to say something, it's babbling words. You can't even make out what's being said, because there's nothing being said but gibberish. You let that type of stuff be known. So then that way they can tell you what you need to do moving forward. And you have to make some type of way to make sure that your child get what your child need, or you're only going to make it harder for yourself in that child. More for that child. Then for you, it's going to come next. And then it's going to be a very bad situation. With my kids, I got my kids set up to where Whenever I seen something, I said something. So with my children, I don't have to worry about a lot of things. I have a lot of things already set in place from the time that I saw things. I said things about what I saw so that I can get them the help that they needed. I can go take them to the specialist that they needed to see if they needed to see one. I can take if speech a speech pathologist needed to see them, occupational therapist needed to see them, a physical therapist needed to see them. I seen to it that my children got those things that they needed. My son that's nonverbal, he got a communicator device. I seen to it that he got a communicator device. I made sure of those things for my children because I'm not going to allow my kids to not succeed. I want them to go as far as they can go. I would like to see them go that as far as they can. And I'm gonna make sure that I advocate and do what I'm supposed to do as a parent to make sure that they are able to do that. Every year, if your child has an IEP, you as a parent can decline if you want your child to keep receiving special services or not. Or no, you can decline if you want your child to receive. I misspoke. You can decline if you want your child, if you feel like your child if you want your child to receive a regular diploma or a different type of diploma. It just depends on where they're at. If you feel like your child is not ready, for that type of situation to be placed off in regular classes or whatever the case may be or whatnot, to be able to get that, then you'll continue to keep every year, you'll determine that and you'll sign a waiver or whatnot to say if you feel like you want your child to receive a regular one or the other one, depending on where your child is at that moment. And you will determine that. If you know your child is still in a situation to where they still need the help, you shouldn't deny your child of that help. And nobody else shouldn't be able to deny that of your child either, because you'll be able to, handle that if so. If your child needs the services, they need to get them. You shouldn't be worried about what people are going to say because people talk, that's what they do. I don't give a shit. I could care less as to what people say. If my kids need the help, I'm gonna make sure they receive the help. And I'm gonna make sure that I'm available while they're receiving it. So that I know that when they getting it, that they're getting what they supposed to receive. You get what I'm saying? Because if not, then it's gonna be a problem. I'm not gonna ever not make sure that my kids are straight. My kids is gonna always be straight because that's what I'm supposed to do. And as any parent, I don't know what her issue. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't know what her issue was. She didn't want to take her kids to therapy or get her kids diagnosed. Oh, my kids are fine. There's not anything wrong with my kids. Meanwhile, Philip has a child that has autism already. Not only that, not only that, Latoya is autistic. So if Latoya is autistic, Philip has a child that's that way as well. What makes you think that your twins couldn't be on the spectrum? Because autism is on both sides of the family. On both sides, it's on the mother's side and it's on the father's side. So I don't know why when people were saying something to her about going to go get them tested, it was an issue, like it was a problem, as if like she didn't know what it was or what it could potentially be. And then with the whole meta, what do you call it? That thing, the disorder that they had, metabolic disorder. Yes, let her tell it they grew out of it. No, that's why Ava is the way that she is because the metabolic disorder never went anywhere. She suffers from it. And it's a lot of things that goes within the metabolic disorder that can cause a lot of different issues with different parts of you. What's up, Let's Play a Game? BB, did I speak to you? Because if I didn't, I'm sorry. Yeah, if it runs in the genes, it just runs in the genes. My children are not the only autistic kids in my family. They're not. I have other relatives in my family that have autism that are around their ages as well. As a matter of fact, they are the same ages as them, and they are boys. So I have little cousins that were born around the same time as my children. They have autism just as well as my kids. Um, it's two of our kids that are nonverbal, and one of them is a little girl, one of my little cousins. As a matter of fact, she just had a birthday. Happy belated birthday, little lady. She just had a birthday. Um, she's nonverbal just like my son is. So it could be a situation. You just never know. But if you see something, you say something. Like I said, and you should never feel like what you have to do in life is more important than what you have to do when it comes to your kids. You see to it that your kids get the help that they need if they need it. I mean, straight up. I'm not ashamed, nor am I embarrassed about my children. I love my children equally. Neither either one of them get treated differently. They get treated equally the same. Equally the same. They both have the same things. And I have double things in my house. They have the same things of the same clothes, the same things. Not one is ever left out. They get spoiled equally. When I say that they're both brats equally, they both are brats equally. I don't choose one over the other. I don't make one feel like they're more superior than the other because no, both of those boys are my son equally. Regardless as to what my son being able not to, my oldest son not being nonverbal, he gets the same amount of attention that my child that does speak gets. It's no difference. He gets the same amount of love and the same amount of attention as they both should. There's no differences. You should never do that. You should never make differences within your kids, and you should never ignore the things or signs that you may see within them either. If you do see something, you should do something about it. I didn't care what nobody had to say about me as to how I operated and moved when it came to my kids because I was going to make sure that my kids got what they needed. And if I had to do it all over again, I would do it all over again with no regrets because these are my children. How do you expect for your kids to succeed if you don't see to it that they do? I don't care about them having autism. So what? That doesn't mean that they cannot succeed and make it through life because of that. That does not mean that's going to keep them handicapped and not be able to live a normal life because of that. Because there's people that are normal with autism that live normal lives just like other people. Maybe have a little bit of assistance. It is what it is. What people also need to understand, just because someone may have a disability and you don't mean that you cannot end up with one. And that's real shit. You may not have nothing wrong up here, but something could happen to you and something could definitely be wrong up here. And you might need some assistance. You might have to walk all over again. You might have to talk all over again. You might need a speech therapist. You might need a physical therapist. You might have something happen to you to where some of your conditions align with somebody that has autism. So that's why I don't let things bother me, or I wouldn't let things bother me if somebody has something smart to say about my children. Because the thing of it is that you never know what could happen to you or where you could end up at. All of us that's sitting right here, God forbid anything happens, but you never know what could happen. So that's why people should be mindful as to things that they say. Because even if you don't have children that may have certain situations or may be going through certain things or may need therapy or may need counseling, does not mean that you might not end up being in that situation, because you never know. Your life can make a turn for the worst in a blink of an eye, just like that. Nobody is exempt from anything. Nobody. But what I do know is that when the times that she were told that her children may needed to be seen, it was never to be mean on my behalf. It was only if I was being mean, it was because I seen that she wasn't trying to do what she needed to do when it came to her kids. My thing of it is this: if you're gonna call yourself being a family vlogger and you want to share your life with us, you know, yeah, you want to share the ins out or whatever, or partially share the ins out of your life, then you cannot get mad when we voice opinions about what you show. And you shouldn't think in your mind that we shouldn't have one just because you show it. You cannot control that. So if you want us to know these things and we talk about it, then we're gonna talk about it. I don't think that this is something that we should have a discussion on. I think that if my child is going to counseling and this is something that she just decided that for whatever reason, I don't think that this is something that I would be talking to y'all about. I don't think it would be any of y'all's business. First of all, my child going to counseling is not none of y'all's business, because then people will want to know, well, why your child going to counseling? Not that it's none of my business, but why is your child going to counseling? What's up? Why did your child decide that that's something that they want to do, or did something happen that you're not privy to? Because when you allow your children to be grown when they're not, or when you allow your kids to be able to assess things that for adults, then I don't know what you expect for them to be. I would hope that nobody's messing with that girl at school, but these days, these kids are something else, honey. You never know how these kids can be off of school these days. These kids can be terrible, way worse than what we experienced when we were in school. You never know what a child would experience. Hell, I don't know what my kids be experiencing while they're at school, honey. But I see to it that if my child comes home and tells me something, that it gets addressed every single time. I don't let no time go I don't let it go undressed. I have to make sure that it's addressed every single time. You hear me? Uh-huh. Because ain't nobody finna be messing with my babies. I understand that kids can be certain ways, but they're not going to be a certain way towards mine. Not if I could prevent it from happening. Now, I know I can't be at school with them all day long or whatever, whatnot, but I'm not going to allow no people of their peers to do anything to them, or anybody that's supposed to be seeing after them or teaching them do anything to them either. Because you're hearing a lot of stories about that too as well. About these teachers being perverts and shit like that and doing shit they're not supposed, or abusing kids and things like that. That's why it needs to be pushed about cameras being put off in these classrooms, because if not, it's going to be a lot of horror stories. It's going to continue to keep being a lot of horror stories about these teachers, about anything happening to these kids. And then you have to figure out and have to find out certain things and details when there should be cameras that be able to tell you everything that you need to know. I don't believe that no child or no children should be in no type of facility where there's not cameras, where our kids are being in places where people we don't even know. And we have to trust these people just because they went to school and they went to school to be teachers. What does that mean? That means absolutely nothing to me. I believe that cameras need to be placed in every part of the school, except the bathrooms, of course. Anything that's private like that, no. But I'm talking about throughout the school in those classrooms. No, those kids shouldn't have to whip out their cell phones, because for one, there should be a camera to record whatever that needs to be recorded. I don't know what not needs to be recorded. And what they will say is that because in a special needs classroom, what they'll say is that because it'll invade the privacy of other people's kids or their special needs or whatever. But no, it wouldn't, because that will be only for the school. And if it needs to be for a parent because something didn't happen to their child or their children, then it will be for them, for court or for the police or whatever. So what are we talking about? I would think that would need to be off in there. in every classroom, not just kids with special needs. No, I mean in all of them. I mean elementary, I mean middle school, in high school, every single classroom. Why not? What would be the reason of it not being one off in there? Because you never know what kids could endure. I hope and pray to God that she has not endured anything, but I hope that if something did happen to her, I hope that if something did happen to that girl while she was at school or at home or whatever, that she is able to openly and not be scared to communicate. But see, her mama's just weird. You see what I'm talking about? You got parents that's like this that just don't understand certain shit. Not everything that your child goes through needs to be talked about with other people. You don't need to express that with nobody other than the other parent if they're present. And maybe the people that's around with that child all the time. But for you to come to social media, this is not content. This is the shit that I be talking about right here. My kids is not up for sale. I will tell you what I want you to know, and that's it, that's all. I don't have to show you shit that I don't want to show. But when it comes to certain stuff like this, I think that this is something that should be kept but you can't tell nobody nothing because they choose to use their kids for pawns and they little game for monetary gain. Now, my kids is not up for that, or I would have been there ran this shit up. I have 2 kids with autism, not just one, 2. You know how many women that's on here that have kids on here with autism? I'm not going to say that these women use their kids as anything, but some of them do. Some of them do. They capitalize off of their children's disabilities. I don't know if my children want me to do that. They didn't consent for me to do that. Me talking about them having autism, that's something that they have. And that's not something that I want my children to be ashamed of. So therefore, me, their mother, I'm going to speak on it and be proud about my children with autism because they're very genius, very artistic, and some more shit. So yeah, I want them to be okay with being autistic and not be ashamed about being autistic. So yeah, I'm gonna speak on it. Why not? I'm gonna advocate on it. Why not? I am a mother that have boys, Black boys with autism, in ADHD, both of them. I don't want my kids to be ashamed about their disabilities because that's a part of them. I want them to love who they are, regardless as to how somebody think about them. I want them to know that I love them, regardless as to how they are. And if I could change it, I wouldn't. God wouldn't put me in this position for my babies if he didn't feel like I was not able to fulfill the position. He wouldn't have gave it to me. So no, I don't wish my kids were different. Do I wish my oldest could talk? Hell yeah. But guess what? My oldest can. I make him do it all the time. And as time goes on, he will. I believe it in my heart, he will speak. But if you see things going on with your kids, you don't let things linger because that can become even a bigger problem for them. When it's time for them to get the help, it'll be hard for them to receive it. My children been receiving it since I felt like something was wrong. At first, I kind of was wanting to be in denial, but when I seen that my child Tristan, because he has a food aversion too, sensory disorder. When I seen that my child stopped eating when he was 1, that became a problem for me. Because my child just wanted to drink milk, 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 milk. And he's not a cow. He's a baby. And he needs to eat food. The last time that he has ever eaten anything, actually ate something, like actually chewed it and swallowed it, he was 1. It has been a it's been a journey with him as far as introducing different type of foods, having him actually put it in his mouth to taste it, and trying to get him to chew it, to swallow it. Now he may have did it a few or 4 times or so, but he's still in his little ways as to however he is. But as time goes on and time progresses, even the small things with a person, with a parent that has children with autism, even the smallest thing that may not mean nothing to you means everything to us, because he has came a long ways from him not wanting food to touch. What's up, Sosa? For him not wanting food to touch his lips or even be around him, period, without him having a meltdown and actually falling out on the ground when he was younger. When he was younger, like, 1, 2, like 2-ish, 3, around those times or whatever. Having a meltdown, not wanting no food around him or nothing. It's been a while. It had took a while for him to actually want some food to touch his lip, to even put it around for him to even taste it or any of those type of things. So as time has progressed, he has gotten a whole lot better, to the point to where now he's actually wanting to pick up stuff and he's actually doing it himself. So as time progresses, he will. I just have to wait and see. And I have to keep doing my part as a parent and keep introducing things to him to see what I can get him to like, that he would stick with, that he would actually want to actually start chewing and swallow. But when he goes to the ear, nose, throat doctor for those tubes, honey, I have concerns, and those concerns will be addressed. Okay? Because it's been a long time coming. And my son is 11 years old, and I have a problem with my child not eating food. So I had to move some people around, because if you can't do the job that I feel like you supposed to be doing, then you're not going to be able to do anything with mine. Because the goal is progression with a child that may be having issues. The goal is progression. It's never regression. It's always to progress. If you see that your child or your children is not progressing where they're supposed to be receiving help at, make sure that their help stops, because they're not being helpful. Okay? Because my son is 11 years old. He's 11. I can only do so much as a mother. Remember, I'm not a specialist, but I've been had to turn to a specialist, a doctor, all types of shit on the behalf of my black boys back there. A lot of things over the years that should have been noticed, I'm having to notice for them, because just pay attention. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all as parents. Oh yeah, please pay attention, especially us black parents. I mean, there's a lot of things that could have been addressed and could have been done a long time ago. But when you try to trust people and you have to be very observant to certain things, and you have to pay attention. Don't be a parent and just take your kids to therapy sessions and don't be a participant. Make sure that the therapist is doing what they're paid to do. Make sure they're not doing the same shit over and over and over and over and over again, because your child should be progressing doing other things and not the same things. And they shouldn't still be stuck at where they started at. There should be some type of progression. If not, that means whatever that therapist is doing, they're not doing the right thing that will help your child. Because there's different strategies for a child that have disabilities that you can take when one does not work out. You as a specialist supposed to know what you're supposed to do in order to see to it that if what that strategy that you have tried with that child has failed, that you try another one. And you keep trying different ones until the same thing with me introducing different foods to my son until I get the right one and for his ass to start eating. You don't just let them tell you that your child did good in therapy and you sit your ass outside of there and not be a participant. No, you go inside of that therapy session with your child and make sure your child is participating and see how your child interacts with that therapist and see how that therapist interacts with your child. Yeah. Make sure you do that. It's important. Don't just say you take your kids to therapy and don't be a participant. Make sure you are present if you can be. It's important. Because anybody could tell you what they're doing with your child or children and they not be doing that. Okay. With Jalen's IEP, I don't feel like it was being followed properly at all. And I feel like I had to challenge it. I'm a mother that will be a thorn in your ass about my children in their education because it's important to me, as it should be. I'm not a parent that put everything off on the educators because we as parents have to do things at homes with our children too. It's not just up to them to make sure that they read, write, and can add and subtract. It's really not. It really does start within the household first before they even enter into pre-K, that you read to them and that you do basic little stuff with them like counting with animals and shit, flashcards and stuff like that. You can't just put it all off on them because if you put it all off on them, your kid might be dumb. Yeah, I said it. They might be graduating and they might be stupid. I mean, I'm just saying, it's important that you care about your kids' education, not that you leave it up to those educators because not all educators care about your kids' education. They really don't. Some of them don't. I'm not going to say all of them, but some of them don't. A lot of people be in positions where they don't belong. And that's in many of positions, in many different positions, like in hospitals, dealing with children, all types of shit. In the court system, at the police department. It's a whole lot of psychotic people. You ain't never supposed to leave nobody in charge of anything that is yours. Because I'm not. So I hope that young lady is okay. But I encourage anyone, whether you be an adult or whether, there should be no children around here because this is an adult session, period. No kids allowed. But if you are an adult and you feel like you need some type of counseling or you need to go see a psychiatrist, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And don't ever let nobody tell you different or make you feel like you're crazy because their ass is probably crazy and they need to go see one too. It's just they be in denial and that's why their lives is the way that it is because they refuse to get help. But the first thing is admitting that you might have some issues that need to be addressed and go see about them. There's nothing wrong with it. That's what Olivia needs to go do. She needs to go see about this because it's all fucked up. Sometimes you can have some traumatic experiences as a child. And as you go throughout life, if those things are unchecked or not seen after, and you don't get the proper help that you needed, once you endure those type of things, that shit follows you throughout life. It does play a major role as to how your behaviors are, how you interact with other people, all of that type of shit. It's how it helps mold a person up into how they're going to be when they grow up, whether you think it is or not. And the other influences that influences their minds as they develop, and that could be good or bad, including yours. First teachers are the ones that they're in the house with. And Jasmine wasn't shit. Now check this out. I understand a mother being overwhelmed and not having help. and feeling like she is the only one that does things for her children because no one else is helping her. That was never Jasmine's situation. Let's be clear. She had help. Ma Dukes never let her slip, even allowed her and let her come stay with her. Let's be clear. People say she has always kept her own place, but I guess they have failed to remember that Jasmine was since she has been on this platform, Jasmine has stayed with her mama. And from her mama's house, she moved into her apartment. While Philip was locked up, she fell down and Ma Dukes had to help her get back up. So all of that struggling as a single mom, she never was struggling. She had help, she had assistance, she had food stamps, she had all kinds of stuff. She had people that was willing to give her money when she was coming over her begging for it. But she was so overwhelmed to where if you go to Shabby Life, that's probably why Kayla need counseling. Hmm. Yeah, that's probably why Kayla needs counseling because of my shabby life. Just go and check it out. I mean, if you had a mother that came over here and expressed to everyone, just like she just told us that she's in counseling, that she has a UTI. I mean, some things is meant to be left unsaid to others that don't need to know, like strangers. Hey, Jordan, like strangers. Some things just is not meant to be told to people. And that was one of them. I mean, that girl can go back and look at that and see that. Not only that, she had to deal with Chris being off in the house. You know, he didn't like her. Now, I'm not gonna say that these are the things that got that girl off in counseling because I don't know. I don't know what Kayla's going through. But what I can say over the years of what I have witnessed with her, um, it was sometime that Kaylin would always be out of her room, and then all of a sudden, Kaylin disappeared for a while, and we were starting to question where was she at. Oh, Kaylin's just off in her room. Wasn't Kaylin on a site or TikTok or somewhere doing something that she wasn't supposed to be doing? And Jasmine told us about it. Wasn't she doing something inappropriate? I'm just saying. I mean, even Jasmine does inappropriate shorts and shit and TikToks with her kids with hood ass music playing in the background. With females talking about shaking asses and shit like that. Like, yeah, you know, ratchet shit. I mean, it's okay if that's what you choose to be and that's the way you want to be. But I mean, as far as your children go, I mean, you should want better for them. But anyways, let's listen to what she had to say. I done talked enough. I'm about to play what she had to say in regards to Kaylin going to counseling or whatever. But people need to be mindful as to the things that they share because not everything needs to be shared. But it's your business as to what you feel like you want to. But when people choose to talk about it and elaborate on it, don't get mad. Um, Keep your business to yourself. And don't get on here with that bullshit talking about some just because I show it don't mean you have to say something about it. You can't tell me. You're not gonna tell me what I could commentate on. Um, what you should share or not share. I see my thing go in and out, y'all. Let me know if y'all can hear me. It's been some weird stuff going on. So y'all let me know. It looked like I got zapped or something. Amaya gonna need it too. The sleepwalking was oh yeah. I forgot all about the sleepwalking. Are y'all still there? Cause we kind of I seen that we glitched out for a second. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if it's something going on with YouTube, but I think a lot of creators been having issues with streams cutting off midstream or whatever or whatnot. So if it happens, y'all, um, depending on I've been on here for an hour. I was about to say, depending on how long I done been on here. Let me just go ahead and play this shit. before it gets too hectic around here. I'm good. Okay, cool. Let me just go to the spot. I think I'm already there. Let me see. No, I'm not live. She knows we're gonna ask why. Yeah, anybody would ask why. Why would you come on here and ask? Why would you come on here and even talk about it? That's something that you should have kept like, yo, how you even know that she wants you to tell people that shit? She even be shying away from the camera and stuff. So that just should let you know that keep certain stuff to yourself, man. Damn. She likes to exploit every damn thing and everybody. She don't even care. And she's still walking around here, and those kids still walking around here looking like they looking, y'all. And she says that she thrives off of Olivia. But you should have been thriving off of being a better mother to your children. So then that way your daughter right now at this particular moment at her age wouldn't be thinking that she needs to see a counselor or a psychiatrist or whatever shit. Do there. I got kids want to be a busy day. Hold on. She thinks she's Beyonce because she finally took a flight. No. Let me make one thing clear. Who she lying on talking about somebody said she thinks she Beyonce? Girl, bye. Beyonce ain't the only one to take no Beyonce ain't the only one to take no damn flights. So girl, bye. Talking about they girl. Girl. I'm still here, y'all. Hold on. I'm trying to see something. Is this shit going in and out, y'all? Who found out where she stay? So she's saying that people knows where she stay. Well, first of all, when you first moved over there, you made it your business to let us know that you had a lake, a pond, or ocean, or river behind where you stayed. Not only that, you had been recording the same way that Olivia did with her stupid ass. You did the same thing that she did, intentionally on purpose, because you wasn't getting the views. So therefore, you wanted somebody to focus on you because nobody were talking about you. Nobody had been mentioning you. So you was pulling any and everything out of those big buff shoulders you got over there. That's what you were doing. And you decided to come to your platform and girl, you said it sounds bad. I thought it did because I seen my bubble moving and I seen that it was going in and out. Okay. Jasmine acts like she traveled out. Girl, she act like she did the extreme. She did every let me tell you something. If I ever decide to go anywhere and it's out somewhere and I know I haven't been anywhere, I don't understand how come if you gonna hustle to do something, how come you just didn't hustle? If you knew that was the only trip that you was gonna be able to take this summer, then and even if it was just going to go see that girl graduate, how come you didn't make sure you door dashed enough Why you want to explain yourself to people that you shouldn't have to explain yourself to? Because if you say that you had it to go, then you had it to go. Who cares if people saying that you didn't? Who cares? She cares because she knows what she had to do, and she knows she probably had to rob Peter to pay Paul. And she talking about something. Well, you guys, I get paid on the 21st, and you guys, I pay my rent on time. You know what? That is so funny, Jasmine, that you say these things like you just so got yourself all together. And you glad that your mother don't coddle you? Oh, she stopped coddling you when you disrespected her with Chris. Let's be clear. And let's not forget nothing, because it's been about 5 or 6 years for you since Chris done left the scene, honey. And within those 5 years, you lost your coddling mother. That was just like Stella. Anytime that you call, she came running. But now she ain't running no more for you because you disrespected her. I mean, blatantly disrespected her for a man that left you that's nowhere around, not even for a son. And if you done elevated so much, because I heard you say this, if you done elevated so much, then how come you're not still in that house that you signed for just a few months or 4 months ago or whatever, several months ago or whatever? How come you're not still within that lease that you signed? Because you would still be within that lease right now if you are so, if you don't progress so much. What happened? How come you were on here asking for a double deposit for that same house that you're not in anymore, any longer? That same house that you also came on here after you asked for the double deposit. You came on here and asked for some rent money, but you couldn't get the money for that. But you door dashed to go get money for a flight to go see Cadence graduate when you have not been off in Cadence's life from the time that she was born all the way up until this point. Neither have you and Chrissy. Y'all have not been ace spoon coons that long for you to feel like that was that important. But there has been times that you have been right there in that same state where you stay, where your kids had things that you should have participated in that you couldn't make it to. Huh. That's funny shit. Hannah was your stand in, your step up, she's your Antonisha. Let's be very, very clear as to who your Antonisha is. Hannah. What's up, Desi? I'm just saying. That's who her Antonisha is. Straight like that. There's things that those kids had right there in the state that she stays in or wherever they had something at, and she didn't even attend. Didn't Amaya have something? Didn't Aiden have something? A field trip? Didn't Amaya go somewhere? Where was Jasmine? Oh, I forgot. Jasmine will do anything and everything outside of those kids for somebody else, but will make excuses for those kids when it comes to them. Oh, I got 5 kids, so I can't go see my sister. Really? But you can go see that sister that you claim to be your sister all the way in Colorado, but can't drive an hour and a half to go see your sister, the one that looks just like you, that came from your mother and your father. That's wicked. No more updates. It's over. Oh yeah, where's your antennas at? Huh? I mean, she ain't even been posting like that. I guess she slowly but surely want to bring out the her and Chrissy vlogs because she's still posting about her going to the graduation. The graduation's over with. She's posting more about Caden's graduation than her own mother did. I mean, damn. Hey, did y'all catch the live where she was screaming and yelling at her kids like she was tone deaf the other day on my jazzed up life? I said, well, would you look at this shit here? I had to immediately turn off of it because it just didn't make no damn sense. So let me see why this shit is acting like this. Hold on, let me see something real quick. Hmm. I said, would you look at this here? She was doing a lot of screaming. You know, Kaylin has always seemed like she may have had some things that was going on with her. Um, and Jasmine ain't, she probably feel like she can't talk to nobody. She can't talk to Jasmine. Jasmine's not somebody that she could speak to probably about the things that she's been going through. Many people were trying to pull up, or people were calling. There you go. Like people in my neighborhood handled that way ahead of time. Okay, so once they come in, it's already done. So basically, what she's saying is that people have found out where she stays at. She has already communicated with the front office to let them know that people like to be childish, basically, and that they will call and harass the office, and she's a content creator. So if that was to happen, so they could be aware and be on the lookout for it, basically. But she basically showed where she stayed herself. So if anybody knows where she stays, because of her, because she had been showing the outside of that where she was staying, when she first was like, let's do a tour, and she did the whole walkthrough of the place, and she knows how this thing go. She was wanting somebody to be able to find out where she stayed at and dox her information. She wanted that because she wasn't getting as much views as she wanted to. So therefore, she said, "I'm gonna go ahead and do this." So I'm gonna go ahead and move, and I'm gonna show y'all the whole entire place. When she said that she wasn't gonna do it, and she did it anyway. So sweet. I always speak to them, especially when I go into the gym and work out. We talk. I love them. Okay, I love this place. So that being said, I don't understand why people want to see me do bad so much. It's crazy, right? That's what I'm saying. Lastly, who are the people? I know a lot of y'all. I know I probably ruffled some feathers talking about Big Bertha over there. Listen, I don't like her, okay? Whose feathers did you ruffle? You keep ruffling your own feathers because you keep being a bird clucking to another bird that you say that you don't even want to sit down and break bread with, bitch. So I'm just saying. I just think a grown ass woman that feels like she's elevated in life and doesn't move forward in life wouldn't sit up there and waste her time on somebody that she know that ain't worth shit. I would leave a ain't shit bitch where she at, where she stands, if she could stand up. I wouldn't dedicate anything and everything that I have to say to shade a bitch that I say that I despise, and I would never sit up here and make the statement that this bitch makes me thrive. Because she basically made the statement that she thrives off of this girl's downfall, as if like she hasn't had many herself. I say to a woman that says that she's elevating and progressing in life, and she don't play in participate and engage with trash, that she wouldn't sit up there and pick it up to put it in the trash either. She'll just let that shit blow in the wind. I would think that if you feel like that a person is envious and jealous of what you got going on, that you would continue to keep letting them be that way, and that you wouldn't give them no type of engagement, not even a little bit of shade. I'm just saying. I mean, it's called being grown. Because caring about somebody saying something about you to rebuttal and actually wait for them to say something for you to say something back, that's very time consuming. And I believe that time is precious. At least for me, it is. And I don't believe in wasting my time on things that's not necessary, especially on us unnecessary things like that. Kaylin might be getting teased about her appearance, hair, clothing, and hygiene. She may very well so be, because her hair is still the same way it was when she was in school, and we're in June, about to be in July. Bless you, about to be in July. So, yeah, her hair is still the same way. I mean, she's still in pictures looking the same way as the other kids. There's a short that Jasmine posted trying to shade, as a matter of fact. There's some shorts with Jasmine trying to shade baby Beluga, and the kid's hair got nothing but length everywhere. I mean, I understand that if your kids are in the house with you, if you choose to not comb their hair because they're in the house, they're not going anywhere, then that's solely your choice. But when you decide to do this to them, or take them even outside that door, you should want to make sure that what you call yourself looking like that's supposed to be presentable, that you make sure that they look the same damn way. Okay. People shouldn't look at you. The one thing that I will never understand is a person that will have themselves well put together while having children or a child traveling behind them looking like they came from the orphanage. I think something has to be mentally wrong with you, because people will definitely be judging. Because I'm definitely going to be one of them. Because what the fuck? If you gonna see anything or anybody, or if you gonna see the kids looking a hot ass mess, we gonna look a hot ass mess collectively. But you're not gonna see me did up, made up, looking nice while my children are traveling behind me, looking the way that they looking. We either all be on the same one accord, we gonna all look a certain way, or we gonna all look the same way, period. So if I'm done up and I'm made up, I'm gonna make sure that my boys are straight. Or if I go outside and decide that I want to look any kind of way, then that's me. But when it becomes to those children that rely on me to make sure in any type of way that their appearance is top tier, I'm gonna make sure I do that. They're never being sent nowhere looking any kind of way, especially not to no damn school, especially not to the damn school that they go to. Hell no. You have to make sure that your kids are presentable at all times. And they probably were over there picking with her. But she's a beautiful girl. I don't know where her glasses is at. She probably broke her glasses just like Tristan be breaking his, honey. When I tell y'all Tristan done had a million, a million glasses because he's always breaking them for some. I mean, I've seen she's been walking around without her glasses. Where the hell is her glasses at? Are they broken and they need to be fixed and they have to be paid for? If so, she needs her glasses. Where they at? I mean, I've been seeing her split for quite some time now. I mean, are you door dashing to get the glasses fixed or no? I'm just saying, it's funny that Jasmine feels in her little puny little brain that doesn't exist, that doesn't work properly, that she feels as if that nobody wants to see her go anywhere, that she's supposed to not do anything for herself. This is how her mind operates, because she wants whatever to fit whatever narrative that she wants to spin to make her feel like whatever she did was a good thing. Nobody said that Jasmine shouldn't be able to go out and enjoy herself, that she shouldn't be able to go out and go out of town. Nobody's saying anything of a fucking sort. What was being said that's being missed, because you want to miss this because you don't want to listen, is that if you can do all of those things for somebody else's child, those children that you gave birth to should never be left on the back burner. And for you to say, oh, well, you guys, I made sure that my kids were straight before I left here. Girl, your kids look the same damn way they looked before you left when you came back, and they still look the same way right now. You just now talking about you going to go get a big ass, listen, Ava's 8. She don't need them big ass bows those big ass bows in her head. Okay? She's not 2 or 3. She don't need a big ass ribbon bow in her head. I mean, damn. I think since you know how to braid, that you could keep braiding their hair up and keep their hair in cute little styles and shit like that, and keep them away from the little ass girl hairs. I mean, like, they're getting older. So as your child gets older, bitch, them big ass bows, uh, thingies, and she's 8. I mean, give her, you know how to braid. You don't do shit. That's content. Braid their hair up. You feeding your kids is not a flex. I think that everybody should feed kids that are hungry, that are theirs. She's a weirdo. I mean, I need to take a break. This is just crazy. I'm just like, Jasmine, you should just like anybody else in this world should be able to go enjoy yourself. But what you fail to realize is that you have children that you always make excuses as to why you can't do this, that, and the third for them. But if Chris or Chrissy, or once upon a time, not long ago, Olivia, wanted you to do something or want you to do something, man, I mean, you gonna see to it that whatever you ain't never did before to get some money, that you go get that money so that you can go do exactly what you want to go do. You know, when they say people make time for the things that they want to make time for, you should be ashamed of yourself because you won't even make time to comb your kids' hair and you are capable to do so. When I found out that you was capable to do braids, I wanted to, because there's no reason why your children should be walking around the way that they are. I mean, damn. The same way when people tell you that you should do stuff with your kids. Oh, you guys think that I'm rich? What being rich got to do with you doing something with your kids? Because shit, it's a lot of things that's free that don't cost you nothing that you can do with your kids. Yeah. You know, you can be creative. Hey, Miss Tracy, you can be creative. Hey, let's play a game. I don't know if I spoke to you, baby. I thought I did, but I can't remember. Nevertheless, how you doing? But yeah, I'm just saying, you make excuses for your own kids that you gave birth to, but you didn't make any excuses for when you went down to where you went down to. That's what you seem to forget. So I guess I have to break it down for you so that you can understand. It was absolutely nothing wrong with you going to where you went to, if that's where you wanted to go, I guess. But I just done never seen that come from Chrissy when it came to you. But hey, if you like it the one way, then hey, kudos to you. You know, people are crazy when they say that people, I don't know who people are. I guess the nutcase girl over there, she's jealous of this here, you know, they have reconciled their differences and they have decided to be sisters again. Now, listen to me when I say this. There's absolutely nothing wrong with people forgiving one another if that's what they choose to do. People can forgive whatever they want to forgive. You got people that have forgiven people that may have murdered their family member, you know, and they have prayed for them and things like that. People have forgiven the unforgivable. Just because you may not forgive something does not mean that somebody else won't forgive something that you won't forgive. I could dig it. But there is no way in hell. And this is just me. And I'm going to say what I want to say. That I would ever befriend anybody that came to the internet publicly in front of a whole lot of different people that I don't even know, that don't even know me, run me down from my business down the way that the business was ran down on both parties. But if they want to forgive each other and they want to reconcile their differences and they want to be friends, sisterships, then that's on them. I truly would never let somebody reload a gun up on me to shoot me and maybe hit me this time again. That's just me. I can't speak for anybody else. But people are allowed to forgive whoever they want to forgive, and they're allowed to be friends with whomever they want to be friends with. And if they don't see anything wrong with what was said about what was said, then that's solely on them. But when that time happens, if it does happen again, just make sure y'all keep it between yourself now because we don't want to hear it. Hey, Passion, we don't want to hear it. Okay? Because y'all are grown. And as grown ass women, y'all can do whatever y'all want to. So if y'all decide that y'all want to be friends again, so be it. Okay. But it just seems like one is louder than the other. It has always have been, as I have always observed. What's up, Dollar Tree? But like I said, people can forgive whatever they want to. I just hope and pray that the situation that occurred once before does not become a situation again. Because sometimes it can happen again. It's okay to forgive people. That does not mean that you have to reconnect with them. Or you can forgive somebody and not even have closure with them and keep on going on with your life as you should. Because some people tend to play like they don't know what they do, but they know exactly what they be doing. And you shouldn't have to spell it out, especially to a grown ass person. But a lot of people operate in their little childlike minds because they're not grown yet. Their minds haven't developed and haven't caught up to their ages. But if these ladies decide that they want to reconcile, like I said, then that's on them. It's interesting, but that's on them. They're talking about people putting up chairs with them or wanting to. I don't think that y'all should be sitting at tables with each other. But like I said, if that's what y'all choosing to do, then so be it. No jealousy here because I would never make the decision to befriend a so-called friend that decided to come and air any of the business that I disclosed with them in a private setting. They decided to come and make, and not only did they decide to come make it public, they decided to come make it public with an individual that don't mind being very messy, very petty, and go beyond the limits of being disrespectful with saying certain things out of their mouth. You could never hook up with somebody that don't like me to spite me and think you could ever be my friend again. We're not gonna ever cross those lines again. Now we can be cordial and keep it cute, but I'm gonna keep my distance from you. You know, you love people, you feed people with a long handled spoon, it's what you do. You're gonna keep your ass over there. But that's just me. Not everybody's gonna think like me or operate like me, and I don't expect for them to. But just be mindful as to the things that you allow to keep recircling and recycling within your world when it comes to individuals, family, friend, or fucking foe. But if they like it, I love it. It's funny. But if they like it, I love it. That's for sure. Have you seen the photo of Bentley? But she said before she went to Colorado, he went to the groomer. She's a liar. She most definitely is. Bentley's been running around here with the same greasy coat for many years. I'm surprised that Bentley is still with us. And I'm not even trying to be funny because I believe he supposedly has some type of um situation or some type of condition that's supposed to be seen about so often, you know, because even though he's an animal, you're still supposed to take care of him just like you would take care of anything that you have that you're in your possession that you're supposed to be caring for. He has a greasy coat like she be putting blue magic on him or something. Or she be putting Crisco, like she be oiling them down with Crisco or a canola or vegetable oil or some shit. Maybe it's Kaylin tired of that stinky ass dog being in her room, caged up in the cage. Oh, she was sitting up there yelling at those kids the other day on live, I guess yesterday, about them cleaning their rooms up and having food in the room and how she's gonna hide the snacks and shit like that. The girls look like boys, and she had the nerve to call Krylani a rat. Girl, did she really call that girl a rat? Really? Interesting. Huh. What's up, Vaughn? How you doing? That's crazy. The way you did Jazz voice made me fall out the bushes, girl. Jasmine is full of shit. She be like, you guys, you just don't understand. Well, you guys said that I used my rent money and my car payment money. No, I went door dashing for that. You don't know what I had to do, you guys. Well, are you gonna DoorDash to go get the things that you need for your children or not? So Ava's going to camp by herself. Why? Why is Ava the only one going to camp? And who is she going with? I have questions. She's so small and fragile. I wouldn't be sending my bed. Where's she going? What kind of camp is she going to? And then I noticed that on her vlog that she posted that she only had four of the kids, which was Ava, Aiden. She had the twins, Legendary, and Kaylin. I don't know where Maya was at, but she was missing in action. You know what? As the times go on, Jasmine's going to continue to keep going on the same way that she's been going on. The girls are going to continue to keep looking the way they keep looking. I guess they're going to keep having that same matted ass braids off in their hair until school starts again. I mean, like I said, she could have door dashed and did a one-way trip with all of her kids. I mean, Chrissy got all of those kids there. I think that it would have been a good idea for her to conjure up a lot of money to take all of her kids with her on the plane. Why not? I mean, question. Oh yeah, they're such sisters. Let's talk about the sistership that they have rekindled so fast and so good. Where was Jasmine's antennas when Chrissy's mother passed away? Huh? I mean, I would think that since they rekindled their friendship, that Chrissy and Jasmine would have seen each other then. And, I think that would have been a moment that Chrissy would have needed her sister when her mother passed away. So what's up, Say Cheese? So how come straight facts Stella lived Raquel into Scientology? You know what? Mm, hmm hmm So when she finally let that be known, it's hence to why they don't get shots and shit like that or whatever, and they move to states where they can have waivers to where they can pick and decide if their kids get vaccinated or not. She said that in Texas that they have waivers where you can sign, but you have to do it every so often and make sure that it's in so that they'll know that you are a person that declines vaccinations. Like you have to sign this paperwork and you have to turn it into a particular place and stuff like that every so often so they'll be aware that you don't want yourself vaccinated, nor do you want your children. Like they have to do it every so often for their kids too, like every 6 months or so with that. hmm So that explains a lot why she's the way that she is because of the Scientology. If y'all know Mimi Foss from Love and Hip Hop of Atlanta, the one was with Stevie J, the one that has the baby with Stevie J, her mother was involved in that. And she explained like certain things within that as to like how her mom was and how she went through with certain things that she had to endure with her mom being a part of Scientology and stuff like that. So that explains why homegirl is the way that she is with her weird ass. Um but if you didn't know, y'all, a lot of celebrities, a lot of celebrities they do they're involved in Scientology too. A lot of them, they are. So, mhm. That's why some diseases that were killing kids more than 60 years ago are back, putting others at risk. Yeah. And then she's going to take those kids to school and they're going to be around kids that are vaccinated and they're going to be unvaccinated. And, Kalani is always coughing. So she's always going to get somebody sick. Yes, in Clearwater. So that explains a lot as to why her beliefs are the way that they are due to her being brought raised by a woman that is a Scientologist, whatever you call them people. hmm And that's why the hair, yeah, because if you always keep your kids' hair matted and you never see to it that you cut their split ends or keep their hair conditioned like it's supposed to be, then of course it's gonna be brittle, it's gonna be breaking off and stuff like that. My thing of it is, I don't understand why her ass is being lazy and not combing her girls. Like you could comb your girl's hair. You don't have to pay nobody. Like that saves you money. You don't have to all that time that girl will always sit there and tell us about, oh, well, you guys don't have the money to get their hair done. What? You never needed no money to get their hair done. Because you could have did their hair yourself. At this point, the girls will be cool with cute little braid hairstyles and stuff like that, braids or whatever, but bow and bows and shit, girl, no. Bow and bows, girl. 8 years old, those girls don't need no bow and bows. Now, Ava, she's 8. She don't need no big ass ribbon bow in her hair. I don't give a damn. I said what I said. No, she don't. She don't. She don't even need those knockers that go around and rip around as many times. Cause Jasmine be breaking her kids' hair off, dude. Jasmine will wrap the rubber band around a girl's hair 50 million times when she's combing their hair. Girl, that shit is breaking their shit off. I've never seen somebody wrap around. I've never seen somebody use a rubber band and wrap that rubber band around their child's hair 20 times to the point to where it be so tight to where you have to take the comb and do this number with the braid to make the tooth of the comb get inside of it. Girl, no. Girl, I'm not that TikTok challenge and stuff, like I can dig it, but at the same time, no. I think it's more of the lines for younger kids, like younger people. Me myself personally, I'm not finna I don't me myself personally, I don't see myself sitting there battling people. I'm not gonna tell you that I wouldn't do it, but I'm not gonna sit there and tell you that that's something that I would just sit there and do. Now, I don't even know how that shit go. But she has found her little I guess that's her new little thing where she's gonna be doing her battling and her TikToks is gonna be coming over here. Or she's gonna be double streaming or whatever or whatnot. Hmm. But I'm not gonna be battling with no kids. Hell no. I'm not gonna be no grown ass woman battling with no minors. Nobody's that nobody that's not of the age. I would not be battling with them, but I'd be sending a whole lot of grown people over there battling with them kids, including Peaches, because she's just desperate for cash that she can't keep. She could get it, but she can't keep it. Imagine if she could get money and keep money. I would never want to be a person that can get it but can't keep it. Honey, I want to get it and keep it. And get it to keep it and get more. Not get it and live check to check and flaunt and flex with the check that I have to pay bills with. That's that's not player. I ain't finna flex for my rent money because bitch, that money ain't mine. That money goes to the rent people. The hell? I got bills and kids and shit. The hell? People are weird. She will make sure her man. She's been making sure that she's been looking pretty decent for these past couple of so. But every time that she put the camera on these kids, honey, I'm about to boy. I'm just thinking to myself, like, girl, who you waiting to do their hair? Oh, I ain't waiting for Philip to get their hair done. No, you could do their hair for free. I mean, for the free ski girl, all you got to do is go get the hair. And you could get you could get as many, and then you could use as much on one girl's hair and start on the other one's. Girl, their hair would be crocheted, braided, all types of shit if I had girls. Ain't no way in hell them girls be walking around here looking like that, and I'm walking around with a perfectly wig fit lace front on my head. Huh? Nah, nope. Mm-mm. I've been seeing her. Y'all been seeing her? She's been getting real decent for those TikTok challenges over there. But every time she put the camera on those kids, I'm just looking at them like, and this is not to talk about them. I'm talking about her ass not combing their goddamn hair because she needs to comb it. And she needs to take pride within what the fuck they look like if she's going to take pride in what she looks like. You should never do one without the other. You should not ever get up and think that, oh, I'm going to get up and get my shit on, but I'm going to make sure I ain't going to see to it that they do. Over the time of me seeing Kaylin, she always seemed like she was depressed about something, or something was always heavy on her mind. If you pay attention to your kids, then you would know that shit. I learned the fuck out of mine. I had no choice but to. I learned mine's behaviors. I learned their dislikes and they likes, all of that. I learned what they would do in certain situations and what they wouldn't do in certain situations. I learned my kids. You're supposed to learn the behaviors of your children. You're never supposed to be dismissive or just because you don't want to be bothered with them, they all off somewhere else and you all off somewhere else every day, all day, and they're quiet and just if they're not saying something or not they're not interacting or being vocal with you like they should be, but if your ass was weird and awkward, then how the fuck would you be able to point? Oh, I forgot. Oh, I used to work with special needs kids. Ain't that what Jasmine said? Boy, what's up, Sunrose? Every time I would see that little girl, what's up, Gnarly? How you doing? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Every time I would see Kaylin had this little blank stare, just expression on her face, always shine away. But no, when she was younger, she was very vocal in the camera, like she was very, very vocal, very interactive, very different looking when she was younger too. Um, she always would be off in the camera. She seemed very animated, but then over time, something happened. Over time, something happened. And over time, something happened. I noticed a change when that food came. Now, am I implying that he did anything to her? No, the fuck. I can't imply anything that I didn't see. I can only talk about what the behaviors that I saw from him, and I can go from there for as to why I observe, and I will do so. Yes, very weird, very strange, very edifalish to me in a way because I don't know no man that will be more to his what other another man's daughters than he is to his own, that has his whole entire face. I could never understand those type of things. Or a man that will be comfortable with walking into a bathroom with a naked child that's not his, that's a little girl, to give her a bath bomb when she should have gotten that bath bomb before she took her ass off in there. Or if she needed one, her mother should have got off of live because her mother was on live when he went and did it. And he was in the background. As you could see, my background, you could see him walking into the bathroom to hand Amaya a bath bomb. He didn't really like Kaylin at all because she talks too much, or I guess, or whatever the case may be. It was always that she was found often in her room. Always. It was always that type of situation. Hold on, y'all. I would be surprised if Jasmine's trauma dumped on Kaylin about Chris, girl. Honey, listen here. It was something about Chris, and it was something about Kaylin being off in that house and how she was very like we would see her outside a lot, and then all of us, I mean, not outside a lot, we would see her come out of her room a lot. Listen now, we'll see her come out of her room a lot, and then all of a sudden, we would stop seeing her coming out of her room. People would start asking questions like, "Where's Kaylin at?" And she'd be like, "Oh, she's off in her room. She's off in her room. Um, she just likes to be in her room a lot, you guys. Like, she's getting older and she likes to be in her room." So that's what she was saying when people would ask questions about where was Kaylin at. Kaylin would stop coming out. She would come out a lot, and we would stop seeing her on camera. She would be on a lot of blogs and stuff or whatever, whatnot. It was crazy. Yeah, she would be on a lot of blogs. She would be absent a lot, and it was a lot of questions about where was Kaylin? Like, where's Kaylin at? Where's Kaylin at? Where's Kaylin at? And she would always just be off in her room. I mean, she could have been depressed due to the fact that they were over there fighting or whatever, whatnot. Um, I can't really say that her and Philip, they had their little issues and their problems, whatever. But he was out there doing the most with those girls, and he was doing whatever he was doing. So I can't sit there and say that they didn't have physical altercations or ever like fought or anything like that in front of those kids. But I can say that we do know that Chris and Jasmine did though. We do know that Chris and Jasmine did have altercations and things like that in front of those kids because Chrissy, Jasmine, Ming, and her mama came and said so. The same way we would sit up there saying things about him, doing stuff to her, she sat up there and covered for him. She sat up there and talked shit to all of us and told us that we were jealous of her relationship and that we was mad that we didn't have a man like Chris and shit. She was saying all of that type of stuff. It wasn't until Chrissy came out and told us about it. Then her mother came back to confirm what Chrissy said about what was going on in Jasmine's house. And then Olivia came, and then Mean came. They came and told us all about how he was saying how he didn't want Legendary and all types of stuff like that. Jasmine was going through hell over there in that house with that boy. That boy was over there controlling their baby. That baby was that fool was over there controlling the thermostat in that girl's house. Had that girl over there walking around in hoodies and shit in her own damn house. Listen here. You ain't fit. Listen here. He had that girl walking around. He had her in there walking around in her house with a hoodie on. And she in there with a hoodie on like this, y'all. Hold on, let me move this real quick. Like this. Girl, please. Ain't no way in hell. No, he had her off in her shit just like that. Had her in there clutching her damn hoodie at the top where her neck was, because he was in there control of the thermostat. He was in there control of the kids. He didn't want the kids around Legendary. Legendary was the only kid that could be in the front room. They had to be cooped up in their room. They couldn't come out of their room. Anytime they came out, they had to go in there with your sister. Go in there with your sister. She would tell Amaya or tell Kaylin to go off in there with the twins. Yeah. Those kids were, and yeah, he would come out. Y'all don't remember him coming out the room when she was standing in the kitchen one day and Ava pissed on herself? Y'all don't remember? Because he came in there throwing all of his ass and titties around. I mean, he just came in there just bouncing. And he scared those kids, honey. Ava was sitting at the table. She peed on herself and her mama just let her sit there while she was eating. Oh, I ain't change her when she gets through. Bitch, what? Nah, you need to change her right now. That's what you need to do. Oh yeah. What you mean? What you asking really? So I can confirm. So I can answer what you saying. She had retreated to her room and she wouldn't come out. Oh, notice we don't see the black eyes due to allergies and since Chris been gone. Those kids were stressed. Understand something. Not only your ass that go through stupid shit with your whatever that you may be entertaining in your house, you have to understand that the stress that you get from whatever you're going through, it dwindle down to your kids. And it also shows on them too. It does. It shows around here. It do. It makes them not be able to sleep. It makes them stay on a defense. They don't never know what they're going to be. They don't know what the episode is going to be today. They don't know what type of shit's going to go down. And then they're having to walk around on eggshells in a house that's supposed to be their safe place because their mama's boyfriend don't want them making too much noise. And every time they made no, yeah, she was screaming at them. Go in your room. Stop making all that noise. You're being too loud. I'm gonna whoop your ass. Oh, she didn't threaten hers especially. She threatened to whoop. She told them she was gonna whoop their ass, or she would just pop them. Anytime he wanted a piece of quiet in their house, she probably traumatized hell. Now, I'm not going to say he physically did anything because I didn't physically see shit. But what I'm going to tell you is that his behavior around those girls was very weird. Yes, the fuck it was. I'll tell the judge that. The fuck? Yeah, he was a weirdo. Yeah, strange as hell. Yeah, gave me all kind of weird, cringy vibes as a woman. Made me feel uncomfortable. Yeah, with him being around those girls. I said it. A man that has his own daughter, that hasn't even had a relationship with his own daughter, being all in somebody else's daughter's faces and shit, being comfortable with changing them and changing they tell them change their clothes and stuff like that. No, no, ma'am, no, sir. Let him take her all down to the truck. Amaya. Oh, he I'm so jealous. He's coming back to see Amaya. Who's coming back to see Amaya? Oh, I had to introduce my 3-year-old to my boyfriend. Chris, why? Oh, my 5-year-old. Was she 5 or was she 3? 5. I had to introduce my 5-year-old to my boyfriend because she thought that I was still talking to this one dude, but excuse me? We talking about a 5-year-old. Bitch, you talking about like you acting like she's a grown ass woman. Oh, she thought that I was still talking to this same dude, but you had to introduce your 5-year-old to some food that you entertaining. And that food that you entertaining said that he couldn't wait to come back because he wanted to see Amaya. You remember when she started putting Amaya on those shorts and stuff and started dressing Amaya up with those bows and those little cute little dresses and shit? A motherfucker on here talking about bitches selling pictures. Hmm. I think you should just shut the fuck all the way up. That's why I don't be having no understanding. Because I mean, this supposed to be so-called mother said that the man that she was entertaining was more interested in a conversation with her 5-year-old than he was with her. And that he was thrilled to come back to see the 5-year-old. And that she was jealous of the 5-year-old because of it. You can't make this shit up. Oh, it's very much real. Oh, but she has changed over. Oh, she's such a good mom. Really. A good mom that does not have those kids every day, all day, like she once upon a time used to have them. Yeah, because it would be the same tune that was singing like it was ringing about 5 years ago before Philip got out. We would still be seeing the same shit that we were witnessing, even worse now that they done got older. Because now that they got older and more vocal, she's gonna definitely make sure that the things that she say stay out of earshot, especially if her ass is lying. What's up, son? Hold on. His behavior around those children, all of them, especially those girls he took a liking to, Amaya and Ava, favorites. Not so much Kaylin. She's too, chocolate. I said what I said. And the reason why I'm saying it is because any and every time when it came to any type of situation, Jasmine made sure that she had Amaya present. Even so to the point to where Amaya will be there with just them. Two. That's it. Just them. It will just be her, him, and her. That's it. The other kids will be what, Philip somewhere or somewhere. They had to have been with their daddy. And she decided that she wanted to stay at home with her mama and Chris. I mean, I'm just saying. Amaya has always been the one that she has resented because Amaya was the one that she was pregnant with when she was supposed to go overseas. So she felt like Amaya stopped her from her dreams because she could have been overseas playing. Oh, you land on your back is what stopped you from getting overseas. It wasn't her fault. So Amaya has always been the resent baby, the one that stopped her from going overseas to play ball. So Amaya has always been the one that had to feel the wrath of Jasmine, even calling her bitches, allowing her to shave her tongue, calling her liars, all types of stuff. So I guess when her boyfriend decided to take a liking, yes, I'm talking about Chris's ass. Because that's who she was talking to. You want me to prove it? Do you want to see it? I mean, for real, for real. I had to introduce my 5-year-old to my boyfriend. Bitch, what? I've never heard such things. She was speaking about Amaya as if like Amaya was one of her homegirls that she would casually speak about the dudes that she would be talking to or something. And that she let it be known that any dude that she's entertaining is having FaceTime with a 5-year-old. Her 5-year-old is having FaceTimes with the dudes that she's entertaining on the phone. Just because we don't see the randoms going in and out of Jasmine's house don't mean that there's no randoms being present. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I mean, she did get pregnant. Who was she pregnant for? Somebody had to been coming over there to get her pregnant if she was pregnant, right? Right. Or she could have went to it because we know she'll go to one. She sure will run and go to one. Hey, Linda, you said you heard that was a lie about her going overseas. Well, that's what she said, honey. So if it was a lie that she told. I don't forget shit. But the thing of it is that people want us to forget about, uh, honey. No, that still remains in my mind, and she still gets no passes. So when she gets to talk about certain things, it's just like you need to just keep your mouth off of that because you have no room to speak on that. So just don't even talk about it. That's where I come in at, and that's why I feel the way I feel. Like, no, when you try to speak on certain topics, you can't. You shouldn't. You should leave those topics alone. Like her elevating and being better in life and progressing, girl. You've been still having your hand out to complete total strangers to help and assist you when you fall short. But you didn't have these same people help you get to Colorado. You DoorDash for it. But when the question was asked about how come you had went to go see your sister, your real one, the one that came out of your mama, you made an excuse that you got 5 kids. You had 5 kids when you went to Colorado, and you made plans and preparations to get rid of them to do what you wanted to do. People make time for what they wanted to make time for. She made time for Chrissy, but not for her kids. The same way, once upon a time, Chrissy made time for the Mamiana gang, even with a bitch that she didn't even like, that didn't even like her, and her kids is at the house getting evicted while her mama was there. No difference. Oh, you guys think that I spent my rent money in my? We don't care what you spent. Cause honey, I know not this. I know the necessities that I need in life to get by. So I will always make sure that those necessities that I have, that they get paid for, and that they don't go in repossession or at the courthouse for eviction. And I stay within the means of what I can afford and what somebody else's pockets can. And I don't take trips. And only the trip that I'm gonna take during the summertime is a trip that I make to go see somebody else's kid graduate. Meanwhile, my kids is back at the ranch doing not a damn thing. So she made time what she wanted to make time for. Latoya was out of the question. Hence why she hadn't went to go see her sister until her sister's damn near about to croak. Nobody went to go see her. Oh, she's so far away. It don't matter how far away she is. Is she not your relative that can't not speak? I mean, damn. But now she could post pictures and act like she wants to fight with Olivia about what she said about her being slow. Jasmine walked this shit right into what she wanted to be. She already knew that there was going to be a situation. She already knew that was going to be said too. I mean, damn. I don't know if these brides want to become reaction channels or what the fuck they call themselves doing. I think they confused. as into what positions that they supposed to be playing, or they have forgotten that they're supposed to be family channels, supposed to be vlogging about their families, but yet these they making their channels about baby beluga too. I said, well, I'll be damned. I mean, that's just sad. That bitch wouldn't get no play in my ride. I mean, I wouldn't even turn on the channel where that bitch reside at. Wherever she's at, I'll make sure I will never be where she at all. Period. I mean, if she's the low bottom of the barrel, stop picking at the low bottom of the barrel to pick that bitch up out of there. I'm just saying, leave her down there where she belongs, at the bottom. Unless you belong at the bottom too. Yeah. But don't get out here talking that talk like you just been having it going on, honey, because just about a few something months ago, you was on her begging. Not borrowing, but begging. On you guys, I'm gonna do a giveaway. Girl, bye. What giveaway is you gonna give? Something that somebody gave to you, you gonna give it back? I guess. I mean, I'm just saying. Desi, why do she feel that? I mean, it's just like looking at some. I'm just sitting up there looking like, and would she be dead ass? Like she be really thinking she be speaking straight facts. I said, boy, I know you. I just know. I know good. I know good and damn well. I know. I mean, everybody have the right to speak on whatever they want to speak on, even if we feel like they should have the right to or not. But I'm just looking at this bitch like, oh, she doesn't have her priorities in order. And I said, oh, you do now. Oh, is that why your kids is crammed up in those small ass rooms over there in that 3-story townhouse she got? Oh, no hate, baby. No hate. No hate. I promise you. Because if I want to go get me a three, I don't want to be split up like that. But if it's good for you, then it's good for you. However, your kids had room, but now they crammed up in one. You got one of your daughters off in the room with her brothers. Ava is in the room with her brother, Legendary and Aiden. And you got your oldest daughters in the same room with each other. When all three of your daughters, you was gonna have them crammed up like sardines. You should have made sure that they was all in the same room with each other. Yeah. I think you might got your shit in all in the wrong place. As to why you had to downsize to 3 bedrooms when you had 4. Now, yeah. Because see, Kaylin could have had her own room. Because she's the oldest. Amaya and Ava could have shared one if they had to. And then those 2 boys could have shared a room, bitch. Yes. But you want to talk about elevating and progressing, but you had to downsize, downsize, downsize. And you haven't been coming to work, ma'am. I know DoorDash ain't dashing that damn much because you ain't finna do it. I'm not saying that it can't because people do make a grip, but you have to dedicate yourself. You got to do it all day, 8 hours or more to obtain some good bread. You ain't doing that. You doing that every day. When you just want $20 or 25, you just taking oh, I'm gonna go do a job, you guys. Oh, I ain't doing that to stay afloat throughout the month. Well, then how come you didn't DoorDash to stay afloat throughout the month so you can keep that house that you was staying in? Because every house that you don't went to that you went and got the both of them, you didn't stay in there at either one of them to complete at least that get out of here. Told your ass to scat. Then I always want to say something bad about the landlords, but you ain't saying nothing about you punching. And no, Chris punching holes in the wall, girl. Chris could punch holes in the kids' bed. I'm just trying to still figure out how come there was holes off of the kids' bedroom. That was just a shocker to me to see the kids' bedroom got a hole in it, honey. He punching holes in the kids' bedroom wall. Why? I mean, damn, you had the TV covering the hole in the wall that he hit. I mean, you had so much to say about him too when y'all split and broke up. But then when people ask you who you would go, if you wanted one of your baby daddies, you would go back to. You said Chris. I said, wow. Not to mention, didn't he spit on you? I mean, he went all the way from his inside parts, honey. All the way from his inside parts. and he spit in your face. That's pathetic. That's some sad shit. Hey, Miss Teresa. And they have the nerve to try and justify my shabby life because the reactor said she was stressed out. Man, get the fuck out of here. A lot of people be stressed out and overwhelmed. And she was overwhelmed, but she didn't have to treat her kids like that. If she felt so damn overwhelmed, she shouldn't have laid on her back to have more and more kids while he was going to make more and more kids with other bitches. It's simple. So I have no sympathy for that. I have no sympathy for a woman that chooses to continuously keep laying on her back to have children with men that she say that's a deadbeat or that's not helping her. You just as much of a deadbeat as the nigga that you land on your back for, and you didn't want the assistance, you didn't want the help because if you did, you wouldn't have chose what you chose. Overwhelm my ass. She made herself overwhelmed. Nobody told her to keep laying on her back with a man that kept going in and out of prison or in and out of jail. She did that to herself. She chose that for herself. Does Olivia made the statement. That's was that Jasmine? Oh, Jasmine made the statement. She said, "Well, does that mean that I chose to be a single mom?" Yeah, some women do choose to be single mothers. You want to know why? I'm gonna tell you how and why. Because some women know that the dudes that they're messing with are deadbeats before they even have babies with them. But they be in their little head and they mind that they can change a man to be a good man. And just as long as that man is a good man to the kids that he has with them, they don't give a shit about the others. See, I can't be no woman like that. No. Because if you got kids, I don't care if they're not with me or not. If you got them, you're going to take care of them. If you can't take care of them, you can't do nothing for me. I can't look at a man knowing he got children or got a kid and he ain't doing shit for him. And I damn sure wouldn't even want to have no babies with him. Not one with him. Not none with him. To see what my experience would be with his bitch ass. No, thank you. So when you decide to lay on your back and have babies, what do you think is going to happen? I mean, especially with a man that likes to go in and out of jail. He likes to go in and out of jail. You see this nigga's pattern. You see what he's what type of time he on. So you gonna keep being on the type of time for him to keep getting pregnant by him and then scream that you overwhelmed because he gets locked up and you get left by yourself? Well, sounds like a personal problem, don't it? It sounds like a personal problem to me. Because even though Jasmine was overwhelmed, she was. Nobody told her to have all those kids. She knew exactly what she was in for. She was experiencing it every damn day. Women be experiencing shit every damn day. It's your stupid ass if you choose to keep ignoring flags that are visibly seen, that are there for you to see, and you choose to keep turning the other cheek or turning a blind eye in high hopes that this person will be different. When you can't be painted, you can't paint a different picture that's already when the paint is already dry. Sorry. If the paint is already dry, you can't be trying to paint another picture. I mean, you can. You can try. She tried, but she made the statement on you guys. I got pregnant. I'm not gonna even lie to you. Anytime that he got somebody pregnant, I got pregnant too. Revenge babies. She couldn't give the love that she wanted to give those kids because of what Philip was doing to her. She couldn't. Oh yeah, and Amaya was Philip's favorite. Just like Chunka Monks, which was Aiden, was Jasmine's. And then Kaylin and Ava just, I guess they was mama's babies, the grandma's babies. I don't know. But yeah. Mhm. She wanted those babies and she got them. Sometimes you got to be careful with what you think you want or what you ask for. You might just get it. And she got it. So she wanted Philip's kids. She got Philip's kids and she had to keep Philip's kids all by herself, honey. I mean, she was working for homeboy. She made sure she took her ass to work when he was in the house with her. He made sure she took her ass to work when he was in the house with her. Oh, Jasmine was definitely working on a job and doing YouTube at the same damn time, even going to school, wasn't she? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She was the babysitter and keeping money from Philip. And she was also popping up at hotel rooms where he was at with the women he was dealing with and all types of shit, honey. So there's no telling. You know what? The first kid is the kid that goes through the most with the parents, especially if they're not, they don't end up having a stir step like another child born a year after them or within 2 or 3 or so. Um, the first kid, and even if they are there for just a year or two by themselves before another child comes along, that child could have endured a lot within those 2 years of seeing a lot of shit. Kaylin's seen a lot, not only just with her daddy, but when Chris came along. Oh, definitely when Chris came along. There was a lot of shit that was going on. I mean, a lot. It was that broad. Jasmine could sit up there and say that there wasn't a lot going on. There was too much to fuck going on in that house. There was too much Taylor Port in that house and some other shit in that house going on in that house. Her mama was so disrespectful, she went all the way to Facebook with it and called him a Rudy Poo. Said, you gonna let him disrespect me? She said, you keep on, you won't have shit. Whatever that means. Your mama got her name on some stuff. She can take away, she can give it and take it away from you. But you want to talk about Stella and Liv when you are Olivia and your mama Stella. Well, was. Not no more. Not no more. That the little help that you had no choice but to start getting off your ass and start DoorDash because your mama said no. Not no more. If you feel like you was gonna disrespect me the way that you did and think that I'm gonna still be here for you, you got another thing coming, sister. You better make it the way however you need to. Oh, you're not coming to stay with me. You better, you're gonna stay right where you need to stay. So even if I have to assist you or even help give you a little bit of money, a little change towards where you need to go, you're not coming over here. Sorry. I mean, Jasmine will turn a chameleon for certain people. She'll be whatever they need for her to be, but not for her kids. That shit is sad as hell. So yeah, Caitlin endured a lot of things, seen a lot of things with her daddy being when he was out, when she was younger, and then when Chris moved in, the fighting, the tussling, the holes in the wall in the refrigerator. Remember the hole in the refrigerator? Let me tell you something. It ain't never been no motherfucking holes in my wall. Cause guess who the fuck gonna fix them if they put them there? Not me. That girl had to get, that's why she didn't get none of her deposits back. Because if you messing up people's properties or allowing somebody to mess up somebody's property, yeah, you're going to be responsible for, as you should. I'm just saying. I mean, Jasmine will go all out of her way for Chris while he was there. The time that he was there for a while, about 3 years, enough to do a whole lot of shit. It don't take a long time for no major shit to go down. It only take a millisecond. It don't take five seconds. It don't take 5 minutes or five hours for somebody to be actually assaulted either. It could take 5 seconds for them to be touched inappropriate in the wrong way. Maya, who told you to change your clothes? I did. Bitch ass. Oh, oh. Kalani, what's wrong with you? What? What? You want a sucker? What's wrong, Kalani? Oh, she didn't want to come back in here. Oh, okay. Bitches just believe in what anybody say. You don't know why your daughter crying. You're gonna give her a lollipop, Olivia. Jasmine sucking on a chicken bone with her face in the camera on live on Maya. Who told you to change your clothes? Chris, I did. Oh, Jasmine. Oh, so you let fools that you just now letting come visit you at your house take your daughter outside? Oh, I forgot you wasn't looking or listening because you was too busy with a chicken bone in your mouth sucking on it. On live, drunk. I mean filthy, sloppy. Even being out just, I mean, damn. I mean, that's the famous live right there, the yellow rumper. The yellow rumper that she would never give. I'm glad, girl, you finally, girl, that's one that I don't see. Girl, don't pull it out either. I don't, I'm just saying, you can keep it back where you got it. I'm sure you still have it somewhere. Don't put it on. Maybe Kaylin seen a lot of shit. Yeah. Maybe she did. Yes, son. Yeah, maybe Kaylin's seen a lot of stuff, y'all. Maybe she's seen too much. And maybe she do need some type of counseling. And I'm glad that she decided that she needed it and she decided to tell her mama to get it for her. And I'm glad her mama got it for her. And I hope she tell that woman or that whoever, whatever she needs to tell her. Let's talk about I'm doing better than her. I'm elevating better than her. Then why speak on her? Because you're on the same lines as her. That's why you do. That's why the undivided attention goes that way. See, I react, I commentate, I can do what I want to. You on the other hand, you're supposed to be a family vlogger, somebody that talks about their family, that vlogs things in their daily life with their family. You, Jasmine. Not a bitch that shades another pathetic, sorry, piss poor, deadbeat bitch. No. Everything in your content is of her, and that's weird. Like if you say that she's there, keep her there. Don't pay her no mind. Live your life and be happy. Live your life like it's golden, like Jill Scott. Don't pay baby beluga no attention, even though she's splashing in the water everywhere. I mean, she can't help it. You see how big she is? I mean, damn, she can't help it. She can't help it. She ain't got no room. What she gonna do? She gonna keep splashing water everywhere, bitch. All in that wig that you got on your head. You like to be baited and switched by baby beluga because you like feeding her. You like throwing uh food in the water for her to get. You keep coming back for more and more and more and more. It's like y'all miss each other. It's like y'all want to rekindle each other's friendship. Oh, how sweet. I mean, I'm just saying. Oh, I have more than her. I've elevated more than her. And I say, oh, that's so cute. When? When did you do this, girl? Can you tell me? Can you show me? Prove it. You gonna show me your kinesiology degree again? Wow, that's beautiful. I mean, you cannot make this shit up. You cannot make it up. Make no mistake, Phil and Helen got Kaylin therapy. Jags don't give a fuck, girl. I'm pretty sure they are the ones that got her the therapy. But let's see what she had to say, honey, because she had to say something about it. And like I said, the I think it contributes to a lot of the people that are around her, the adults that failed her and subjected her to things that she shouldn't have been subjected to. You know, pimping Phil, the frogman. He was doing all types of stuff. And girls that were younger than him, I'm just saying. And then, he has the kids every other week. Only God knows what they're experiencing over there, at with Hannah and Philip, because I'm pretty sure he's disrespectful. Remember he got on here and said disrespectful shit about Hannah when he was on here? Remember? Oh, yes, the fuck he did. He most definitely did. So there's no telling what those kids are experiencing over there with Philip and Hannah. He might be over there, ain't no telling. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then they go from one frying pan to another. They had to deal with their mama and Chris, and then they have to go over there and deal with Hannah and Philip now. So ain't no telling what be going on over there in that house. Ain't no telling if they be over there getting into it, fighting and fussing and arguing. No telling. I'm sure they do. You don't like it, got program, okay? Because childish. Any chance that she comes for my kids, I'm gonna come for her kids. That's what she said. That's where I'm getting. You elevate when it comes to things that I have done in my life, like just crying, I'm being stressed out. I'm stressed being when my older kids that went to jail when I just had my twins. I wasn't used to that lifestyle of being on my own. I wasn't used to that lifestyle of taking care of kids by myself. Like I wasn't even used to paying bills. Okay, I never paid a bill in my life. So did Jasmine just say she ain't never paid a bill in her life? Girl, get the fuck out of here. Who was paying the bills then? Because you sure was working. So why were you working if you wasn't paying no bills? Explain. Because you sure was going to a job. So I would think that if you wasn't paying no bills at home, so if you want to put it out there, since you're trying to put it out there real thick, like Mr. Man was really just paying bills over there. No, you were paying the bills where y'all was staying at. And he was so-called doing studies while you were going to go clock in on the clock. Girl, what are you talking about? You wasn't paying no bills. Oh, yes, you were. Because he wasn't. He might have assisted, but you were the big part of how those bills was getting paid. Oh, I never paid a bill in my life. Girl, you need to get on her. You need to stop getting on her lying. Because if that was the case, then you were dumb. Because you should have been knowing how to do something for yourself just in case that his ass did get locked up. Who does that? Who has somebody that they dealing with that goes in and out of jail and depends solely on them to see to it that they have continuously to have a place to live? You ain't even making no damn sense. He was going in and out of jail, so how could he be the one paying bills? How was y'all able to make it and live? No, you were the one paying bills because you were the one working. He was doing studies. Where's Philip? Oh, he went to go do some studies. Oh, he was studying, all right. He was studying them young ass girls to put them on the strip. That's what he was doing. That's the studying he had going on. Oh, he went to go do some studies. Girl, bye. He was with Asia and whoever and however, whenever and whatever. That's what he was doing. And you knew it. You was just sitting at home waiting for him to come home. Girl, oh, I didn't have to pay any bills. Bitch, what? You didn't have to pay what bills? Girl, you had to pay all those bills over there. Yes, you did. You had to pay all of them and you fell back, you fell down because you was too big. Not only that, you had to pay bills and then you was sending money to him while he was locked up and running back and forth to go see him and shit, which costs money. Oh, you guys, I have to go see Philip today. Oh, you guys, Philip broke me today and I have to go. He told me that I need to come up here and I need to go see him. You weren't the only one you wasn't the only one seeing Philip. I'm pretty sure Asia was going up there to see him. All the other baby mamas, all the other women he was interacting with and had doing whatever he had doing at the hotel rooms. Girl, I can't believe she said that. She a damn lie. Oh, I didn't have to pay any bills. Girl, you didn't have to pay no bills and you wasn't used to it, so you was very overwhelmed, hence to why things went the way that they went. That's not no excuse because you had help. Your mama was helping you. You were not with those kids by yourself. Your mama was helping you. Your mama was helping you. Your mama was helping you. Even y'all's little grocery hauls y'all used to do every so often, every month, it stopped. Yeah, all of that shit came to a complete halt. Yeah, everything. When Chris came on the scene, yeah, it seemed a lot of things changed. But Jasmine, stop lying because you a damn lie. Philip didn't have you sitting up in nowhere where you didn't have to pay no damn bills because if that was the case, then you wouldn't have been working. Where was your money going to that you was working for if you wasn't paying no bills? Girl, get the entire fuck out of here. Jasmine just be lying for no fucking reason. Like, girl, that never happened. It might have happened in your mind, but girl, it never happened in real life. Cause you damn sure was the man, the person that was paying for stuff in that house. You were. I guess people be forgetting. Just because you have like 5,000 videos up, don't mean that we can't go back to number one. All you gotta do is go back to the oldest video and it'll pop up. The fuck? And then just go from there. All right, let me see. I was so overwhelmed, you guys. Girl, and you like the negativity. Like, please. Damn right we're gonna have our opinions. She's crazy. She is still my shabby life. She just don't have her kids all the time. She's still that same vindictive ass, mommy dearest ass, precious ass mother. Yes, she is. It's just that she does not have her kids like she used to. She has her kids every other weekend. She's not with them like she used to be with them. So therefore, you're not going to see that what you were seeing. But if you watch some of her lives, oh yeah, that Jasmine that's still there. The way she used to come over with her face all fucked up. Jasmine used to look at her kids like Chris used to look at her. Jasmine used to look at her kids with total disgust on her face, like she wished they wasn't even there or present, like she wished she never had them. But as soon as Chris come rolling around, oh, you could see all her damn teeth in her mouth. He will make her smile and make her light up like a Christmas tree. When her kids come around, it's just like they bring her energy down. Oh, I'm so overwhelmed, you guys. I'm so stressed out. My anxiety is so up through the roof. Bitch, shut up. How you gonna have energy for a man but don't have none for your kids? Bitch, I wouldn't have energy for his ass either. He can kiss my ass too. If I'm giving my kids my ass to kiss, I'm gonna give him my ass to kiss too. But no, he can get vlogs of different birthdays and shit come around their birthday on you guys. I'm sorry, music playing in the background and the shit. Oh, you guys don't have any food, and I just, you know, um, it's unfortunate. It's Maya's birthday. Anytime it came time for those kids' birthday, you would take it away and put the attention on you and your problems that you have as a grown ass woman, and you can't do. Oh, you guys, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to have this, you guys, for the kids. But let Chris ask you for $40, but you gonna give him 400, bitch. That's why I'm talking about your ass. Jealous of what and who, girl? Bye. Who are you? Do you even know who Jasmine is, or you don't? You got all these different replicas of people that you're choosing to be? Because girl, who the fuck do you be on TikTok with that loud ass talking and shit you be doing? And this girl, you need to clock some T, all right. Go clock them BBs out that boy's head, because Jeffo needs this haircut, and I'm tired of you. Bitch, you better get creative and grab the goddamn clippers with that big ass bow that you got for an arm and get the cut. How dare you? You getting all fly for TikTok and shit, just like whole Olivia over there, getting fly for TikTok and your kids walking around here sour at the crotch. Bad. Ain't took no baths. None of y'all. What's wrong with you? Got some nerve. I ain't never paid bills in my life. I said, well, who was you was working to get the so he didn't think you was good enough to be out on the stroll. So he just had you out there working and you just had to give him the money? Oh, okay. Bet. Hmm. 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 Well, damn. Anyways, girl, bye. Girl, you better go on somewhere. You better stop talking like you ain't on the same level as Olivia. You better stop it. You show, girl, you better cut it the fuck out. Girl, where is that house you was just in that you just moved in that was nice? Huh? What happened to the house before then? Miss, I've done elevated and progressing and doing better in my life because everybody else do everything for me and I do what the fuck I want to do with my money. Go get shots and shit and you still over there looking like a girl. When the last time you went to the YMCA? Girl, I don't think you've been going there long enough because what the fuck? What's going on, girl? I said, boy, shit. Girl, you over there stressing again? Now, what's going on? Because, girl, don't put that sumo wrestler suit back on again. What the fuck wrong with you put on that gray suit like you did? I didn't know if we need to take you to the wrestling match or not. It's not. Is it Thursday? No, Thursday's tomorrow. You ready for SmackDown? Because, bitch, what the fuck you got going on? She came out here with her little wrestler jumper on. I said, would you look at this? She finna go wrestle and go tackle those people on TikTok, honey, with her wrestling little sumo, little short, little thing she had on. I said, boy, and she got a little curly, little wavy, little, she, she has to, Chrissy now. Don't be alarmed when she go by the same hair you got in your head, and she got the same. She decided to dedicate her time to put braids in her hair just like yours. She said, well, since she ain't got the braids, so she gonna go get her the curly wig and shit. Cause I seen when you take your braids down, you got the little wave pattern. She said, oh no, we finna be twins for real, cause y'all sister, type shit. That's your sister girl. Don't you forget it. Anyways, dress to go to the gym. Oh, okay. Now she's telling me she's going to the gym. Good for her. Girl, we don't care. Y'all want to see this? Look at this apple. Let's see. Where'd she go? Hold on now. Now, y'all, and another thing. If y'all see my background, honey, Jalen done came in here and put all of his cars, all of his guns, his little water guns. Okay, let me make sure I say what they are. All of his magnetic blocks, all of his dinosaurs. They're everywhere. So if you see him, you just see him. It's like Toy Story up in this bitch. I don't know what he got going on. I don't know if he's gonna have him a little inside thrift store, people coming by the toys or what. But when I tell you they're everywhere, I mean they're everywhere. They were also all throughout my room too, but I took them out of there. Cause what do you think this is? I mean, when I tell you they everywhere, I ain't finna move them. I'm gonna leave them right where they at. So, I mean, they everywhere. I mean, Jalen got the toys the dinosaurs, the cars, they everywhere. I said, okay, well, fine. I don't know. I don't know what made him want to do it, but he did it, so it's done, and I'm just gonna leave it be. So I got toys everywhere, around everywhere, all on my stands and stuff, on my tables, my end tables, on the TV stand. He is a boy. Jalen's a boy. Yeah, Jalen's a boy. Jalen's a big boy too, honey. He sure is. He got toys all around. He got his stuff all around here. You hold on. Shit. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Hold on. Let me see something. But yeah. All right, let's go to the part where we're here. For about an hour. I will not stop this. I will continue to keep letting this play because y'all know I have a thing with saying I'm gonna do something and I don't do it because I believe I might have ADHD. Who the fuck knows? I feel like I go here, there, and everywhere all at the same time, and then I have to come back. So let me play this, okay? Let me play what we're here for. After that, I do need the DoorDash. That gets ready for DoorDash. Y'all already. So oh, I missed it. All right, hold on. I missed it. Hold on. All right, so she's checking in, y'all. Medicine body, build her strength. All right, I probably come on. I probably will show it. Hey, you said this only 4 times. Hey, girl. But yeah. Let me stop Jasmine because she ain't talking about shit. She just sweat. Need a towel. I need to get her a towel because girl, she just sweating, soaking wet over there. Oh man, I can't stand this hell for she gets on my goddamn nerves for nerves. Shit. Like why? I'm not even finna. I have this pause in a particular way, and the way that I have it paused is pissing me off, and I ain't gonna even tell y'all why. Just forget it. Just forget it. You gotta get your wedding shape, bitch. Listen, I'm not even finna play this game with you. I gotta turn off my camera because I just got pissed off. Hold on. All right, so here we got Miss Kaylin right here. Can y'all see me? Okay, y'all can see me. I'm worried. I'm worried about her. I'm worried about her. If you look at your kids' faces, just like you could be stressed out and start looking old and shit, your kid could start being stressed out, and you could actually see it in their faces. Like if you look at them, like don't think that the shit that you go through that you the only one going through it. Your kids is going through that shit too. If you are going through anything with somebody that you are dealing with, whether it be their father, whether it be your husband, whatever, just know that your kids is getting that shit too, y'all. They are also enduring whatever you are receiving, and that also plays a part with certain things that could affect them and impact their everyday life. It really can. Kaylin looks very like she's very stressed the hell out. Why? I don't know. I really wish that I hope that she's very transparent and she's very open. Like I'm gonna keep saying that. It's very important when you do go see a psychiatrist or a counselor that you're very open about everything that may be bothering, because if not, it defeats the purpose of going. It really does. So she looks like she's might be experiencing, we have to understand too, she's a teenager. So, and the kids these days are different from the teenagers that we were. I don't know how the fuck they are. They weird. They're a little on the, I don't know. They're on a little bit of we gotta pray for them. They on a little bit we gotta get on our knees. We gotta get holy water and be in holy water and pray for them, type shit. So I don't know what she experiencing at her age around these days, but it could be a lot. And it could be that she is being bullied. I hope not. Kayla's a pretty girl. If her mama needs to keep her up though. This just hurt my feelings. I'm about to go. How long I been on here? I'm about to get upset. I only was supposed to be on here this long. Yeah, it's pushing, yeah. I'm about to start crying. Man, I hope that girl is all right, dude. I mean, it's not it's kind of like it's kind of unusual. Not no, maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe I say that because I don't know nobody that young child that's in counseling for whatever reason that she may be in counseling for, or I don't know. I just hope this girl is okay because that's crazy, man. I hope that nothing is happening to her, and yeah. Sometimes your kids won't tell you, you know, and that could be scary because they won't tell you if something is going on with them, you know. And also these social medias, it really shouldn't be for them. It plays a lot on their mental. It really does. It can make them Like for real. Stuff that they say that's not for kids, or that they say they claim it's supposed to be for kids, you'll look at that shit and be like, no, I know you lying. No, it's not. Like even stuff on YouTube Kids, honey, no. They say that they'll tell you, they have to give you a warning these days that some stuff that your kid may see may not be so kid friendly. A lot of the stuff that our kids see is not no damn kid friendly. They be having too much adult humor in it. And then once you look at certain stuff, you be like, no. I know good and damn well it better not be no Rose on Toy Story. It bet not be one on. It bet not be one on there. I bet not see nothing that even looks similar like a Rose on there. What I seen, it better have been an AI, and it had better been, because I'm trying to tell you that would be something. That's some bullshit. That's not funny. And I don't care if it is, if it is supposed to be the mama's toy. It should never be in no type of reference where there's kids present and where there's going to be kids watching. That's some sick ass shit. If you go on Disney now, like they didn't give us those disclaimers that they have to give us now. If you watch any type of Disney movie now, if you have the Disney app and you go to any of those movies, they have a disclaimer in the front of those movies that they have to present now. And it may say that this video may contain hallucinations, or it may make a reference to X, Y, and Z that your child may not be needing to see, but we have to let you know. But hell, all of us that was born back in the day that's done seen all of these not 90 movies, we done already got them. They already got us shit. So I mean, what the hell? They already got us. We done already done been hipped and done seen all of the things that they done now making disclaimers for us parents now to see, that when it comes across the screen, well, this may show hallucinations, this may make a reference to this, and it may not be appropriate or whatever, but we have to let you know so that you can be advised. Crazy. But here she is right here, y'all. Don't she looks older than what she is? Where she go? Girl, where you at? And also too, though, she is getting like in her teenage years, so of course, like around that time, she could start experiencing like acne or pimples and stuff like that on her face. And Lord, bitch, listen, don't you bring your weird ass on here and announce her becoming a woman, because we know you ain't became one. We know you became a cave woman. Okay. So I'm telling you, bitch, we don't need to know anything of a sort. So if she have, or if she have it, we don't need to know if she have or she have it, because that's not our fucking business. Please don't make it our business to tell us anything of a sort of her becoming a woman. Because that's not for nobody to know, but for your ass to know, so that you can assist her and tell her what she needs to do when it starts. Hopefully, you know to go get her some what you call it. Because, honey, the way that you use your hand for tissue, I hope that she don't use tissue for no pad. I had to get my shit off, because I mean, damn, you can't make this shit up. She been came and told us, well, you guys, I just wanted to come and let you know that Kaylin she's becoming a woman, become a woman, and I'm so, oh my God, you guys, girl, bitch, don't try. Keep it to yourself, cave woman. But I can count on you to do the other, because you just don't know no better. You just don't know your ass from a hole in the ground, or that hole that your ass. But anyways, you bet not. But I know you will. Because what else you gonna do? You weird. You's a weirdo. Now she's checking herself in, y'all. What's up, Southside? Oh shit. Now Southside. For real. All right, y'all. We're currently at the process of. You mean to tell me this unfit heifer said that? Why is that like, you should never want nobody to know anything of a sort. because it's some really strange weirdos out here in the world. And I don't think that you should let them know that she's becoming shit. And I don't think that we need to know anything of, I mean, like, allow your kids to have their own privacy. You know what pissed me off is that, you know what really grind my goddamn gears? I understand that if you are a parent that just had a child that graduated, I don't know what you went through with that child to see to it that that child walked across that stage. I don't. But let me tell you something. Don't you steal that moment away from your child like Peaches did, because she need her ass whooped. She had the boy cap and gown on. Like she's honoring herself. That boy didn't even get to even express how his senior year went because she stole it from him. Like, bitch, just because you didn't, like, what in the world? I mean, just pathetic. That's some trifling ass shit to do, dude. You steal your own kids' moment. They can't even enjoy their own senior moment. She took everything from that boy. My heart goes out to him. He's gonna be a kid that leaves home and never comes. He's not gonna come. He's never coming back. Gonna run that boy off and he ain't gonna never, ever come back. Like, bitch. Shameful. You just don't do stuff like that. You don't steal your kids' moments and stuff like that. Telling your kids business and stuff. Like, damn, I can't tell you shit. I can't confide in you about nothing. You go tell anybody and everybody. You don't even care who you go tell. You just gonna tell my business like that? Damn. Like telling people that she's going to counseling. Why? Here she go. She's in the office right now. Look at her. Look at her off in the office. Where she go? Look at her. Girl, you need to be right in there with her. You need to be going to tell them what your problems is. You got many of them. I mean, many.
At the counselor's office, Kaylin's waiting for them to come get her. Yeah. My phone about to, I'm gonna go back to her. And go get my whenever they come and get her. So and now we're just all right. So Kaylin's doing her therapy. I just came to the car to get my charger. So the reason why we decided to put her in therapy, y'all, like, honestly, I feel like all kids should be able to go have a safe place other than their parents. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like Caitlin has been through. She's been through the woodworks with me. Okay, like as far as
Hold on. Now, I don't need to be holding this and y'all can't hear her. Can y'all hear her? Because y'all got to let me know now. Please don't be letting me have y'all sit here and y'all can't hear this heifer talk. Please let me know if y'all can't hear her. Can y'all hear her? I know y'all can see her, but can y'all hear her speak? Because I've been having problems. See, they've been trying to crack down on, like, y'all have to understand us as content creators, we are in a database. So our content is our content. So they're really trying to crack down on as far as like people listening to other people's content and shit like that. Here's a while, like sometimes you may get a some type of whatever, but I got all types of shit on my computer too on top of that. So that's like kind of blocking certain stuff out. So they could play a major part in it. But yeah, they're trying to crack down on people playing other people's stuff or whatever, whatnot. They really
as
are.
far as me being a single mom, me raising them, Kaylin having to help me a lot. And Kaylin's a real quiet type. And so I feel like this allows her to like get anything that kids are kids. We were kids, we'd be like, oh, I want to talk to my mom, but I'm afraid what they might say or my dad. This allows them to get whatever is bothering them off their chest in a pile of clothes you never wear anymore.
Girl, I hope she tell on y'all if y'all done did something to her. I don't care.
In a clear and free environment, and I feel like she likes it. Like I said, she's older. She's still she's like the quiet one, and I just want to make sure like none of my mistakes. Single basically understanding. You know what I'm saying with life and things like she can get it off her chest. In case of it to me to the therapist, she knows that this is like confidential. They can't come back and tell me nothing. Just feel like this is a start. Like just for not every kid should have some kind of therapy outside of their parents because yes, our parents are a safe place, but at the same time, we was kids before. We don't tell our parents everything, so I feel like this is good for her. But yeah, she's gonna be in there for about an hour. After that, I do need to DoorDash. I think I get started from that work. So I probably DoorDash, and y'all pay to that already. So I'm gonna charge y'all real quick, and charge my phone because I need to charge it. Okay, so I'm downstairs right now. I'm currently doing the kids'
So
laundry.
now I heard what she said, right? Oh, well, there might be some things that she may not want to tell, you might not want to tell your parents. She don't care about violating her kids' HIPAA. She don't care about telling their personal and private information that shouldn't be. She's talking about some, well, I know that they can't tell me the things that she tells them. They sure cannot. They're not supposed to. So that's why I hope that Kaylin is aware of that and she knows that. So then that way she can openly express herself and tell that person, that psychiatrist or that counselor, everything that she wants to tell them, because they won't be able to tell Jasmine or Philip or anybody about what she has talked to them about. That would definitely go against what they're there for. It's supposed to be confidential, so therefore it's supposed to remain confidential no matter what she may express within that. They're supposed to keep it confidential. So someone in a reactor chat was saying a lot of disturbing things about Kaylin a few months back. Oh, really? Well, you know what? You know how it goes here on this platform, honey. People be saying all kind of weird ass shit, but I hope I'm gonna say this because I'm about to get off here. I got only about 10 more minutes off in me, or maybe even five. Because it's about to be pushing up on what's about 11 o'clock. Yes, it's lunchtime will be coming pretty soon. The kids been straight for their breakfast. So yeah, it's about to be coming up on lunchtime. And I want to get out and do something with them too. We've been having some rain on and off. So it's been kind of wet outside, but still and yet it don't matter. We still been outside. Sometimes we've been outside about 10, 11 o'clock outside, but it's all right. But anyways, we be safe though. We be close where we need to be. Yeah, this shit don't make no damn sense, but I hope that she's all right. I hope that whatever is bothering her, that she can get it off her chest and express that, and that if it's something that has happened, whether it been a long time ago or not, that she's able to let that be known too as well, so that she can get it off of her chest and have some type of different insight from somebody other than her mama, her daddy, and Hannah, and the other people that she be around. Because you could definitely see and tell that there may be something going on with her. And, you know, like I said, it could stem from what she's over there experienced with her dad and Hannah, what she experienced with her dad and her mama, what she experienced with her mama and Chris. A lot of that plays a lot of parts in how your kids' behavior turns out, or how they, how they make it in school. It can interfere with that type of shit too. Yes, it can. And like I said, she was very animated in the beginning. She would always be seen on camera. We could always see her, have her face in the camera always. But then all of a sudden, it just stopped. And I understand that kids get older and they want their own space and they want their own personal space and they don't want to be bothered a lot of the times and they want to be in their rooms, and that's cool too. But at the same time, when you see your child is like that, nah, fuck that. I'm not allowing my kids to stay nowhere in no area for long periods of time. I'm gonna have to come and sit with you or come and see about you. Yeah, because because a child that's isolated too much, you should definitely want to know if something's wrong with their asses or not. You should never think that your child is just okay. They might like to be alone, but see why. I think it's important that you see why that they may want to be alone. Because there's not nothing wrong with your child wanting to be by themselves. That's nothing wrong with that at all. But at the same time, make sure that there's not something that's keeping them wanting to be that way. Make sure that's something that they want to do because that's just them. My oldest boy, he don't like to be bothered. He really don't. He don't like nobody. He don't like to be bothered. He likes to be by himself. He's a true, and he most definitely is like his mama. He likes to be by himself. He likes to not be bothered. But if you do come and bother him, he don't mind it. But at the same time, like, he likes his personal space. And I give it to him. Not too much of it, because I still want to be able to know that I do know that he exists and that he's in my world and I'm in his type shit. You may not hear him, but he's around. all the time, every damn time. He was just in here not too long as a matter ago. He just came here and checked up on me and then left and went out. He's always around. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you just have to make sure that if you see your kids and their behaviors change, you have to see why those behaviors have changed. If you see that it changed for the worse or whatever, you surely should pay attention. If you see certain patterns that you ain't seen before, follow those goddamn patterns and see why those patterns exist. Don't ever turn a blind eye to your kids because you don't know what they could be experiencing. And that's why it's always good, just because, parents have to also understand, yeah, you might have to go to work and deal with foolish ass people up on your job, but you never know if your kids are having to deal with foolish ass people at the schoolhouse. Not just those kids. I'm talking about the teachers. I'm talking about the aides or whatever. A PE teacher. I'm talking about all of them. You don't know what kind of experience your kid could, you don't know what type of things your kid could be experiencing by just going to school. They could be having a hard time. They be getting bullied by not only people of their peers, but the teachers too. So I just hope that this young lady, and then, going off into middle school and stuff like that, it's a drastic change, you know. So you're around other people, and if you sending your kid to school looking a mess, like, come on, dude. I mean, I wish that those girls could find some type of way to comb their own hair. Cause, honey, after a while, I mean, after I got old enough to do my own hair, I started doing my own hair. My mom wasn't doing my hair; I was doing my own hair. So maybe they could find it some type of way to do their own hair, so then that way they don't have to worry about they waiting on their mama. I have to worry about walking around with their hair matted on their damn heads. Cause who does that? I mean, especially when you are able and capable of you're able to get your kids hair done, or you're able to do your kids hair yourself, and you won't fucking do it. That shit is crazy. What sense does that make? It don't make no sense to me, but it makes sense to a person that don't want to do shit for their kids, but will damn sure do shit for a bitch. I'm not doing shit for no man. I'm not going all the way out for no man. I'm not going all the way out for no friend if I ain't going all the way out for my fucking kids. Everybody gonna feel the same way. Because if I can't do it for them, I ain't gonna do it for you. The fuck? She picks and chooses what she wants to do when she wants to do it. And then she has not even been on her platform, even uploading content. Like, she's been MIA. But then as soon as shit hits the fan, like not Christmas finna start, but shit it is. School's about to start. We already know what it is. Who helps her? Hannah, Phillip, and his people. And then Ma do, she does stuff for her grandkids. She sure do. Hmm. And then, oh yeah, cooking with Miss Glenda. Them over there, the older ladies is being over there with her. Hell, Miss Jen would still be over there if she wasn't disrespectful, but hey, it is what it is. Hey, Simone. I mean, Jasmine has a lot of help and a lot of hindrance over there. A lot of hindering help is what she have. I'm gonna call it hindering help. You can hinder somebody by helping them sometimes because they're gonna always do this because they know that you're gonna always be like, here you go. Or you can always give them a sob ass stories. And when you use your kids as a pawn of your game to obtain things, you are sorry, bitch. I just want you to know that. Amen. You better go get you $40, bitch. And not at the expense of your own children. Because then they get shit at the expense of their own children, and then their children. You can't make this shit up, girl. Bye. Jasmine, don't ever thrive off of another bitch's downfall when she's pissed for just because she's pissed for just like you. You should be thriving off of being the best mother that you can be and seeing why your daughter feels the need to go seek counseling. I hope and pray to God that nothing has happened with none of those young ladies off in that house. And I hope that if anything did transpire while a certain individual was there, that they talk about it. I don't believe that nobody that has endured any type of abuse should have to walk around with that shit. In no fucking shape, way, or form. I don't believe so. So kudos to little mama for wanting to go talk to somebody other than those people, because evidently she feels like she cannot express herself fully or openly to them for whatever reason. I hope that it helps her, and I hope that she doesn't stop until she gets whatever it is that she's looking for, whether that be clarity, closure, or whatever. I encourage her to not stop, to keep going if that's what she wants to do. But it's just something that just don't sit. Mm, mm. But some kids are not able to take certain things, and maybe she's just one of those kids. Maybe she's not able to take a lot of things. Maybe her feelings get hurt very easily, and maybe she's a very emotional child. She could be, but she's a beautiful child. I want her to know that, regardless if anybody thinks otherwise. I don't want her to alter the way that she looks for nobody. Her mama need to go get her motherfucking glasses so she can see. And she needs to comb her hair and get her some nice clothes for her, appropriate for her age, and make her look like something because she can. The same way she makes her ass look like something, she most definitely could do the same for Kaylin. And wherever clothes that you get for her, be appropriate for her age as well. Shit. I'm just saying. I mean, because some females, not mothers, some females treat their children like they're their homegirls and they're not. And some females don't mind dressing their little daughters like sluts. She's a little girl. So make sure you get her something that's kid friendly and that's teenage friendly for her, and get her going. You build her confidence up if she lacks it. That's where the fuck you come in at as a parent. Don't ever let your kid go and think that they not something because of these little kids that ain't. Because if they walking around acting and behaving in that type of way, and we can't always just blame the parents, because some kids is just bad. They are, and they influenced by other people because their minds is not strong enough to know better, to know they should do certain things. So people can raise their kids the right way. That doesn't mean that they're going to do the right thing. They can do the wrong thing, a lot of wrong things. That doesn't make their parents certain ways. But then you have some parents that contribute to their kids being. Mhm. You can see why their kids might need their asses whooped. Okay. Now, I don't know what little mama may have endured or experienced. I just hope it's not nothing major. My heart goes out to her. And I hope that whatever she's experienced, that it turns around for her. And I hope her mama start combing her hair and makes her look presentable. Make her look like the young, pretty lady that she is. And if anybody's telling her anything otherwise, then they're the ugly little kids, okay? Or whoever. Or whatever. Because that's not right. I understand that kids bully other kids, whatever the case may be, and I understand they may say some things that they're not supposed to say, and even do things they're not supposed to do either, too. But I just hope that she could build her confidence level up if it's not up, and that woman that's supposed to be her mother can build her shit up too, because she lacks self-esteem and damn stuff, so how can she teach us? It's just a lose-lose situation. Hopefully she can get a nice woman or another nice young lady that can let her know that she is beautiful and that she is, she's something or whatever. I hope it's not no little boy bothering her, you know, making her feel some type of way. Some kids don't need to be on social media because their minds is not developed enough to understand the things that they see. That's why there's kids. Have y'all heard about the kids taking the Benadryl, unaliving themselves? Taking a significant amount of Benadryl. Who the fuck does that? Kids that don't know no better. Who came up with that dumbass challenge? Only God knows, because I don't even want to find out. I seen a young lady on life support, brain dead because of the Benadryl challenge. So if y'all are not privy or know about it, I'm telling y'all, watch y'all's kids and these dumbass challenges that they're engaging in. Because you're having a lot of children that are coming up unalive due to taking a significant amount of Benadryl. One Benadryl will have your ass woozy in a way. You take two, boy, I'm sure. I mean, damn. If you take three, four, five, I mean, Benadryl will have your ass down. It you want to fall asleep and not wake up, boy, take those things and yeah. Those can't be mixed with alcohol or no types of things like that or nothing of a sort or other kind of medications that'll keep that's supposed to keep you that'll have you down in any type of way. Your ass to go to sleep and not wake up. You will be permanently asleep. I don't know what's wrong with these kids. Well, what's wrong with their parents is the question. Because honey, I'm just trying to figure some shit out. You cannot take a significant amount of no type of medication and think your ass is gonna make it. You definitely are not gonna make it. Your body is not gonna be able to withhold all of that medication that's not supposed to be inside of you. I don't know what would make them want to do such things, but I pray that that goes away and that there is not more children that come out to be in the hospital, hospitalized due to this because the shit is crazy. It's really sad. It don't make no damn sense. Mm-mm-mm. How long I been on here? Yep, too damn long. All right, I appreciate y'all for tuning into this live stream. I'm about to get off of here. I most definitely am. Yes, I am. I appreciate y'all if I help y'all through y'all's morning work because I've been up. When I say I've been up, honey, I've been up. And y'all be seeing me come on here looking sleepy and tired. Honey, I'm tired and I'm sleepy. I sure the hell am. But guess what? I ain't gonna go to sleep. I'm not. I'm gonna go tend to my boys, see what they want to do. And they go outside and get some water. Yeah, fill up these water guns or some shit. Do something. It's hot outside, I'm sure. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning into this stream. I'm about to get off of here. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button for me if you don't mind. I don't ask for too much. Okay. So like Mama Boo said, please hit the like button for me if you don't mind. If you have subscribed to the channel, I do appreciate you. If you just be dropping down and haven't subscribed to the channel, I appreciate you. If you have unsubscribed from the channel and your ass is still watching, I appreciate you very much so. Okay. Bye, Janae. Bye, Ebony. What's wrong with you coming in here late all the time? I have a bone to pick with you. Okay. But anyways, I'll catch y'all next time. Is there anything else that I wanted to talk about? I definitely want to touch on that because that's some shit right there. If there is, I'll hit the live button. I'll holler. I'll see y'all later.